graduated from Rowan University in the spring of 2022 with a sports communication and media degree. I got to actually call minor league baseball and G League basketball games while I was in school. And then I graduated, and as soon as I graduated, I went to NFL Films in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. And as much as I loved that experience, I miss putting on the headsets. I decided, you know what, talk is cheap. I have a laptop that's in my house, and so 21 months later, here we are, still on YouTube, calling games and building an incredible, loving community on here with the people that I call my Philly freaks with a capital P and a capital H. We go live for every single Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles game, and we do it like old school radio play-by-play style. I'm Jason Joseph, and this is Play-by-Play with JJ.
I showed a swung on barrel out to right field. Bye-bye baseball.
That baby is long gone.
Good evening, everybody. Hopefully you guys are doing well and having yourselves a very fantastic day. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. We got another Philadelphia 76ers game tonight. This is game number 23 of the season, and the 76ers will be hosting the LA Lakers at home at the Xfinity Mobile Arena. All right, so the game will get started at 7:30. Big news, and the big news tonight is that Joel Embiid, Paul George, and Tyrese Maxey are all in the lineup for the Philadelphia 76ers, and this is the second time that has happened this year. Curious to see if Paul George is going to be off of his minutes restriction and how many minutes Joel Embiid is going to play tonight. I am really excited about this, and I cannot wait. Look, this Lakers team has had a lot of success this year. They are 16-6. Luka Doncic and Austin Reaves have just been absolutely fantastic. And LeBron James, at the age of 40 years old, still having a very good season, and he seems to be fitting in just nicely with Luka and Austin and with what they've done with this team. Luka, obviously one of the favorites to win the MVP so far, averaging 35.3 points per game and shooting 48% from the field. He's been absolutely terrific. The Lakers are coming off of a loss against the Boston Celtics. They lost 126-105, and in that game in particular, Austin Reaves did have 36, and he also was 15 for 17 shooting-wise from the line, but it was just not good enough as the Lakers really, I mean, from the first quarter, in the first quarter alone, they just were not able to set the tone. The Celtics held the Lakers to just 17 points in that first quarter, and they just could not seem to get anything going. Now, LeBron did not play in the game, and Luka did not play either. But we'll see how they do bounce back tonight and if the 76ers can cool them off. But this, to me, is a big test. This is a test for Tyrese Maxey because I really want to see how he can do going up against Luka and see what he does against other really phenomenal talent in the NBA. So I'm really looking forward to this matchup, and I'm going to have a lot of eyes on Tyrese Maxey in particular. Please let me know what your thoughts are down below on this game. Tell me, who do you think is going to have the biggest impact in this game tonight for the 76ers? Do you think it's going to be Tyrese Maxey? Do you think it's going to be Paul George? Do you think it's going to be somebody like Quentin Grimes? Who do you think is going to have the biggest impact in this game? So let me know that down below. And as a follow-up question, I want to hear what your final score predictions are on this game. I'm going to be positive today. I think that the 76ers win this game. And if they're going to win, what they're going to have to do is they're going to have to do a good job on the rebounding side of things. And they're going to have to do a good job out in transition. I do think that J.J. Redick is a beatable coach. I really do. I know that he's had a lot of success this year with Austin Reaves, and of course when you have Luka Doncic out there playing the way that he's been playing, you have a lot of flexibility. But in my personal opinion, the 76ers today are going to do a good job on the glass, and they're also going to do a good job scoring out in transition. But the question that I do have, besides Joel Embiid's minutes and besides Paul George's minutes, is who do you think is going to step up off the bench for the 76ers? So I'm going to go 76ers win. My final score is going to be 118 to 115. That is what my final score prediction is for the Philadelphia 76ers. I got a new pen. I've actually had this for about a couple of weeks, but it has different colors to it, and I just use purple because the 76ers play against the LA Lakers. So this is game number 23 of the season, and the first time that the Sixers are facing up against the Lakers. And the only time that they will be playing them at home. So the starting lineup for tonight's Philadelphia 76ers game, we'll get to that right now. So for the LA Lakers, you got Luka Doncic, Austin Reaves, LeBron James, Rui Hachimura, and DeAndre Ayton as your starting five for the Lakers. And for the Philadelphia 76ers, they will have Tyrese Maxey at the point, VJ Edgecombe at the 2 guard, Paul George at the 3, Dominic Barlow at the 4, and at the 5 will be Joel Embiid for the Philadelphia 76ers. So just to recap on the starting lineups for tonight's game for the Lakers, it's Luka, Reaves, LeBron, Rui, and Ayton. And for the Sixers, it's Maxey, Edgecombe, PG, Barlow, and Embiid. So that is what's going on for tonight's game. Referees for tonight, you got Zach Zarba as one of the officials. Carl Lane is the other official, and the umpire is Fenize Ransom. And Sixers, of course, playing at the Xfinity Mobile Arena. If you are just tuning on in right now for the first time, let me know what your final score predictions are down below and who your standout player is for tonight's game. I think Paul George is going to step up in the fourth quarter again. I think Paul George is going to have himself a good fourth quarter, and I'm going to list him as my... You heard it right here. I don't know if I slept on the wrong side of bed last night. I don't know. I just have a gut feeling. Like, really weird stuff. I understand. This is not like me. This is really not like who I've been this year, but why not? Why not Paul George? Why not Paul George as the MVP of this game? That's just the way that I look at it. We had some other NBAs go on. Other NBA games occur a little bit earlier today. The Knicks actually beat the Orlando Magic 106-100. The Celtics, they won against the Toronto Raptors 121-113 was the final score of that game. Warriors and Bulls are on right now. It is a 38-27 game currently speaking at the moment. The Denver Nuggets are up by 9 with 2:40 left to go in the third quarter against the Charlotte Hornets. It's an 81-72 score out in Charlotte. And the Trailblazers, well, they trail by 13 against the Memphis Grizzlies with 9:50 to go in quarter number 3. Later tonight at 8 o'clock, the Oklahoma City Thunder, the 22-1 Oklahoma City Thunder, are going to be in Utah taking on the Jazz, who are 8-14 on the season. All right, so that is what's going on. 31 more subs, by the way, until we get to the 8,200 markers. Shout out to each and every one of you for being on here. Hit the thumbs up button. Hit the subscribe button. You guys don't know what you're missing out on if you have not done so already. Get out of the shadows. Come on here. Be active. I love talking to you guys. I really want to see y'all interacting. I really do. We will have a post-game show after the game is done. We also have a little halftime show, too, during the middle of the game. You're more than welcome to call in during the post-game show. I look forward to that. 610-314-0844. That phone number is on the screen. And so you can call on in during the post-game show once we open up the phone lines. So, alrighty. We are just about ready to rock and roll once we get back from a TV break, which should be in just about a couple of seconds or so. But let's say hi to everybody in the chat. Houston, Texas, Dave is here. He says Sixers by 5. Christmas and basketball, they go hand in hand. Am I right? They really do. I don't think that the Sixers are playing on Christmas Day this year. I'd have to double check that. But it usually does go hand in hand. It does. I don't think that the Sixers are on Christmas Day. Let's double check. That is December 25th. Sixers are not on that day. There's some good matchups, though. There are some good matchups, and that should be exciting. But the Sixers are not on Christmas Day. Who else? We got Hardcore for All. Hardcore, shout out to you, man. He's been here every single game. Hardcore, you're the man. This guy deserves all his flowers. He does. Had to ring the bell for you twice, buddy. Who else? Who else is here? Houston, Texas Dave. We said hi to him. We also forgot to say hi to Gary. Was Gary on there earlier? Yes, he was. I knew I was missing somebody. And Stir Show as well. And Daniel Berry Sports. I missed 3 people. That is bad, bad, bad on my end. But that's okay. I can make up for that. All right, so the Lakers taking on the Philadelphia 76ers. I guess that my question to you guys is, how many points does Tyrese Maxey put up tonight? How many points does Tyrese Maxey have in tonight's game? Andrew's also here. He says, JJ, what's up? Gary says, I'm a Lakers fan. I figured you were. Or wait, that was Nick. Nick Holmes says, I'm a Lakers fan. Okay, that I didn't know. I did not know you were a Lakers fan. So you're a Lakers and a Brewers fan. That's interesting. So you're a hybrid type of a guy. That I did not know. Andrew, shout out to you for being on here. Yes, let's go. Let's go. I'm ready to get this game started. But yes, how many points do you guys think Tyrese Maxey's going to have? And if you're a Lakers fan, how many points is Luka going to have tonight? I'm going to say that Tyrese Maxey gives the 76ers 28 points. Hardcore says 29. That was pretty close. I'll take that. 28 for Maxey. I'll go 36 for Luka. I think 36 is... I think that's on the money. I do. All right, so we are ready to get things started right now. Oh, I was a little bit behind. I was wondering why I was a little bit behind. And, yeah. All right, so we shall get things started right now. All right, open and tip-off is underway. I'll have to catch up as we do this. But the Lakers win the tip-off, and Luka gets it past the half-court marker. There's a drone in the way. Again, the game is on NBC Sports Philadelphia. You can go support them. You can stay on here, too, or you could do both. Luka with a step-back elbow J. Got it. That makes it a 2-0 game to start things off. I'll catch up once we go to a timeout. Edgecombe gets the dribble handoff from Tyrese Maxey. Sixers are moving from right to left. Maxey for a 3. Jackpot. Tyrese Maxey just caught it and shot it in rhythm. And the Lakers with a catch-and-shoot 3 from Rui Hachimura. Not that time. Paul George crashes the glass and gets the rebound for the 76ers. Now Maxey looking to try to take it to the baseline. He's looking to swing it out over to Embiid, but it's going to be out of bounds. The skip pass was just on the black line. 3-2, 76ers up, and they've played just 54 seconds in this first quarter. No spoilers in the chat. I know that the scoreboard's a little bit ahead. That's because I'm a little bit behind because I wasn't paying attention. But we'll catch up. Don't you worry. Luka with a step-back 3 over the face of VJ Edgecombe, and he couldn't get it. Edgecombe gets the pass, though, rolls down the lane. He is fouled with about 10:44 to go in the first quarter. So, all righty, here we go. Sixers inbound the ball to VJ, and his 3 is up, and that's good. So VJ Edgecombe able to knock down a 3. LeBron James on the other side hitting the turnaround floater and making it look so easy with that right hand. That's just what he does. He's still 40, but you know what? He's still playing at a very high level. Maxey on the drive to the basket, tries to lay it high off the glass over LeBron, and he does, and it's now an 8-4 game. Tyrese Maxey with 5 points here in the first quarter so far. Reaves, Doncic, Hachimura, James, and Ayton. Here's Luka with a step back, Jay. Ew, and he was fouled. Are you kidding me? He was on the baseline. Tyrese Maxey played pretty strong defense, but even if you play good defense against a guy like Luka, I mean, he's going to find a way to draw the contact, and he'll still be able to make shots. We've talked about it before. He is averaging 8.9 rebounds and assists per game. So probably another triple-double is going to be coming up in the books. Will it be tonight? Probably. 8-7, Sixers up by 1, and we have a whistle called, and that's going to be against the LA Lakers. That's off of DeAndre Ayton for making contact with Joel Embiid over on the left elbow. Sixers are in their black and white uniforms. Lakers are in their white and purple and gold uniforms. But the white outsides, my favorite of theirs is the bright purple uniforms, the purple and gold. Here's a Embiid for a step back foul line jumper. Not that time. Reaves gets the outlet pass on the other side. Here's LeBron. He swings it around the timeline, finds Doncic, and Doncic's floater is just a little bit strong. Embiid does get the rebound against Luka Doncic. The ball was battered around, and Embiid said, I got it. Maxey again crosses over, kicks it outside to Embiid. And Maxey will cross on over again as he gets the ball back. 9 seconds left on the shot clock. Snake eyes pass from Maxey. It was a good pass, but Edgecombe not able to hit the three from the near corner. And the rebound belongs to the Lakers again. LeBron finds Hachimura, who gets it stripped by Maxey and stolen away on the other side. Maxey again operating on the offense. He played a really good defense there against Hachimura. Finds Embiid rolling to the basket and finishing on the right side. Layup is up and in by Joel Embiid. Sixers got to get back on defense as LeBron makes a two, or was that DeAndre Ayton? It was. It was sort of an aerial shot, so you couldn't really tell if it was him or if it was DeAndre. So now Paul George with a step back two. That's good. Sixers are up 12-9. A lot of scoring back and forth between the both of these teams. Reaves with a two. That's short. It rims around, and Paul George crashes the glass. It was actually Barlow who just handed it off to Paul George. Did it really quickly. George drives it inside. Count it. 14-9 Philadelphia. 8 minutes to go in the opening quarter between the 76ers and the LA Lakers. Good stuff from Paul George and Tyrese Maxey and Joel Embiid so far. The big three doing their role. LeBron with a three over Barlow. Not that time. Maxey tips it into the hands of Paul George. It's a 3-on-1. Maxey goes downhill. He could have laid it up, but instead he'll pass it outside to George, and his three-pointer goes in and out from the near corner. Maxey was hustling. He got it down low on the baseline, and then he just dribbled outside towards the three-point line on the far wing, and Paul George was right there towards his left, and Paul just could not make the three. Luka with a step-back two over Paul George. Good defense again by PG. And Maxey comes up with the rebound. He crosses over, fires it over LeBron, and knocks it down. Tyrese Maxey, give him 8 points. He has scored half the points for Philadelphia. It's a 17-9 game. 8 points for Tyrese Maxey. And with less than 7 minutes to go, Sixers lead it by 8. Reaves dribbling past Maxey and now gets Barlow on him. He's going to lob it over to LeBron, who's being guarded by Maxey. LeBron doesn't want to take advantage of the matchup. Gets the ball loose. That was Austin Reaves as he passed it. He passed it to Reaves. Reaves got it not to loose. Barlow tipped it right off of his right foot. It went out of bounds, and the Sixers will have possession of the ball. And they will call for time. 6:44 to go in quarter number 1. Tyrese Maxey leading the way for the 76ers. Let's go. All right, so now it's time for us to catch up. Sorry about that, folks. I do apologize for being just a little bit behind. And by just a little bit, it was like 45 seconds, maybe about a minute. Good stuff early on for the 76ers. Houston, Texas. Dave says, I'm going to go 24 points for Tyrese Maxey and 30 for Luka. Good. If you are just tuning on in, comment what your final score predictions are down below. Guys, if you are new to my channel, I do a radio play-by-play style of a call here for Philadelphia 76ers basketball. I cannot show the games. Unfortunately, I cannot do that unless you want me to get a copyright strike, and if you probably don't want me to exist anymore on YouTube. But we're not doing that. I'm not playing that game. Tell you what game I'd like to play eventually by the end. The foul game. And have the 76ers win that. That'd be fun. It would be really great if the 76ers didn't even have to get to the foul game because they have a big lead. But that's the type of game I would play. Andre Drummond will step on in for Joel Embiid. So Joel plays 5 minutes here in the first quarter, and he's going to take a breather. 2 points for him, 1 rebound, and that's it. Okay. The 76ers lead at 17-9. Tyrese Maxey with 8 points, Paul George with 4, VJ Edgecombe with 3, and Joel with 2. So here we go. Sixers inbound the basketball was Edgecombe, who inbounded it to Tyrese Maxey. Sixers going from right to left in their black and white throwback jerseys. George with a step back J. Not that time. Andre Drummond crashes the glass for the rebound. Hands it off to Barlow, who goes down Broadway, and he's fouled. Good physicality by Andre Drummond, and Dominic Barlow fighting through traffic just to get some space as he got the ball. And, well, he's going to go to the line to shoot a pair of foul shots. Sixers have been very physical, and tell you what, for Nick Nurse to bring in Andre Drummond there, I thought that was the right move. Good time for Joel to take a seat. And Andre Drummond, of course, a former Laker. He was a Laker once upon a time, and he played with LeBron and AD. Barlow's 2 free throws, good as gold.
Excellent.
19-9, Sixers up by 10. Luka operating at the point. Dumps it off to Austin Reaves, who's at the logo and being guarded by Maxey. Works his way around DeAndre Ayton for a screen. Reaves' floater, no. DeAndre Ayton tips it up and tips it in. And that makes it a 19-11 game. DeAndre Ayton, nobody could box him out. Andre Drummond was not there, missed his assignment. 5:50 remaining in the opening quarter. George crossing over Rui Hachimura and is fouled. It was not in the act of shooting. It was just a foul on the floor. Slapped him right on the wrist as he was looking to pass. Paul George, remember there were conversations about him going to the Lakers to pair up with LeBron James. Of course, that never happened, but there were a lot of talks at one point that he would go to the Lakers. He went to the Clippers instead. Edgecombe with a step-back turnaround J. No. That was from the baseline from about 11 feet or so. Doncic rolling to the basket, puts up a 2. That's no good. He thought he was fouled. He cried wolf to the refs, and they chewed the whistle. Maxey on the right side, crossing over Reaves, driving past him, floating it up, and getting the friendly roll. Tyrese Maxey with 10 points here in the first quarter through the first 7 minutes. He's led the 76ers on an 11-2 run. Here's an alley-oop pass from Austin Reaves to DeAndre Ayton. That's unguardable. Sixers not able to put a body on either of those guys. 21-13. Sixers lead is down to 8. So they've done a very good job in the first quarter. Lakers, though, have just 13. Maxey steps back, lets it fly for 3. No. Drummond's tip is high, off the mark, though. I was thinking that it was just going to be a little bit too strong, but it was a good effort by him. Barlow blocks an alley-oop pass, gets the steal. Paul George operating on the other side, driving it past traffic, trying to finish with the left hand. No foul call. He was pushed, and he was shoved to the ground. They didn't call it that time. They will, however, call a foul on the other side as Doncic drives it to the basket, and there's a lot of contact on him. That's Dominic Barlow getting called guilty for his second personal foul. So Luka is going to go shoot a couple of free throws. How did they not call a foul on Paul George? I mean, he was blitzed. He got pushed. He got shoved to the ground, and they didn't want to give him the benefit of the doubt there. But they do it for Luka. Luka's first free throw, it is just a little bit off. Hit the front of the rim, then it hit the right side of the rim and bounced to the left. Took a very weird bounce. Doncic is shooting 82% from the foul line this year. And that's actually really good for him because his average is 75%. And his second foul shot is good. This is Luka's seventh season in the NBA. Sixers turned the ball over as Quentin Grimes got the inbound pass, and I believe he stepped out of bounds. 21-14 will give you the full recap. Yep, he did. He stepped out of bounds. Here's Hachimura getting the pass from Luka Doncic. That was a beautiful pass by Luka. He was double-teamed on the far wing and just tried to find Hachimura wide open on the far corner, and he made him pay with a three that time. Andre Drummond tips in a missed shot by Tyrese Maxey, and Drummond able to turn on the lights for the 76ers and get them back in the scoring department. They were a little bit cold. Here's Doncic with a foul line J. Steps back, can't hit it, and Drummond crashed the glass yet again. Andre Drummond with 5 rebounds and 2 points. He's been making a huge difference for the 76ers. George on the elbow, takes it to the baseline. They swing it around the timeline. Grimes is 3 wide open. No. Just a little short. And another rebound by the Lakers again. Here comes Reaves rolling to the basket. Goes up with a shot. And Maxey, I think he got a piece of it. Grabs the rebound instead. Maxey tries to drive it on the other side. Jackson Hayes swats that away. And Maxey wanted a goaltending call. Was not going to happen. Jackson Hayes, very well known for his sensational defense that he plays down low in the post. 23-17. Maxey's being held back by the officials as we have a timeout called. I don't know if they called a technical foul. Yes, they did. Okay, so Tyrese got a tech. He was livid after Austin Reaves clearly fouled him after Reaves was ticked off. He didn't get a call on the other end. And so that's what was going on. So after the timeout, the Lakers are going to shoot a free throw off the tech. Maxey is going on over to the bench. He's still livid. Wow. Didn't think I'd see that. Philly Scott Van Pelt. There's a Twitter account called Philly Scott Van Pelt. He said, if Maxey's mad at you, it's your fault. He's not wrong. That's actually really funny. How many technical fouls do you think Tyrese Maxey has ever gotten? I don't know the stats. If somebody wants to look it up, they can. But I don't think he's gotten any this year. Maybe just one. He's not really a guy that complains a lot, you know? He's been fouled twice on drives, nothing. Meanwhile, Luka flops over all the time, says GSC. Yeah, I hear you. And I complained before. I'm not usually one to complain about those types of things, but there was one egregious one that I thought Paul George should have gotten. You got pushed to the ground on a drive, and then on the other side, Luka ended up getting fouled. And yes, that was the right call, but the referees, I didn't think, made the right call when Paul George got pushed and shoved to the ground. So, the Lakers are going to shoot a free throw after this timeout. We do have somebody else here. Margie is here. Margie Massey, what is going on? How are you? Lydia, what's up, Lydia? Oh, no, you are kidding me. These two teams going together? Okay, I'm not even going to send a comment. I love these two teams. Let the best team win. They're both great. Keep up your great job. Thank you. Shout out to you. Jeff Kent is going to Cooperstown. That deserves a bell ring. Shout out to Jeff Kent. He is going to Cooperstown. They just announced it tonight. Good for him. Good for him. If you like baseball, like me, that's nice. Do a lot of baseball content on this channel. Luka is going to shoot the free throw at the line, and he makes it. So he does make the technical foul free throw. Nick Nurse, of course, getting into the referee's ear. That is not a rarity like Tyrese Maxey. That happens every single night. Sometimes it happens 3 times. Jared McCain is going to come on in for the 76ers, it looks like. Grimes will dump it off over to Maxey. Maxey back outside to Walker for a wide-open 3. Jabari Walker catches it in from downtown. It's a 26-18 game. LeBron back out there for the LA Lakers. Finds Doncic on a catch and shoot, and he swishes it from the right side of the wing. Again, that's what happens when LeBron and Luka are out there. They're just able to have 2 alphas, if you will, that just have a very strong IQ and that can play the game very well. They can play chess while everybody else plays checkers. Jake LaRavia is going back into the tunnel for the Lakers. He's holding onto his mouth. Sixers will get the inbound here after Jackson Hayes blocked Joel Embiid's layup. Or sorry, there was a personal foul by Gabe Vincent. And now Embiid's going to go inside, and he gets the ball blocked by Jackson Hayes. There's that block, and it'll be Sixers ball. Did y'all hear Zach Ertz got injured today? No, I haven't even watched any football today. I was really busy. Maxey will inbound it from the baseline. Joel Embiid gets it back over to Tyrese Maxey. Maxey to Embiid. Thought about taking the 3 from the corner. Gets the ball stripped, and it's still going to be Sixers ball as it goes out of bounds. Embiid plays like an ogre, so you're saying that he's Shrek. Hello, JJ. I'm sorry I'm late. Somebody timed this guy out. He's late. What's up, Mark? 26-21. Sixers up by 5. 5 seconds left to go on the shot clock. Embiid with a catch-and-shoot 3. In and out it goes. The basketball god said, not that time, Joel. Here's LeBron, number 23, going down the lane. And he tries to lay it up and in. No. Grimes, rebound. Outlet pass to McCain. One more to Walker for a 3. And Walker can't hit it from the far corner. LeBron gets the rebound from 3/4 court. Don't know how he got it, but he's able to lay it up and lay it on in for the Lakers, and now it's a 1-possession game. Embiid draws a double team, and he's fouled by Jackson Hayes. Hayes is still smaller than Joel, and, well, we want Joel to be a little bit more physical, but he did a good job there just initiating the contact. I don't know how LeBron held onto that ball. Really, what ended up happening was, yes, LeBron got the rebound at 3/4 court, but Quentin Grimes had the ball slip out of his hand, and LeBron was able to hang on to it as Quentin got his other hand in the cookie jar, and LeBron still was able to control the basketball. Embiid at the line for 2 free throws. The first one is good. There's J.J. Redick, who is the head coach for the L.A. Lakers in the second season. Of course, played for the 76ers once upon a time and was teammates with Joel Embiid. 27 points for the 76ers and 23 for the Lakers. Foul shot number 2 by Joel, good as gold. Excellent. 28 points for the 76ers and 23 for the Lakers. LeBron operating at the point. Swings it outside over to Hachimura, who's on the baseline. Gives it back to LeBron at the top of the key. LeBron to Hachimura again. Takes it towards the elbow. Elbow J. Good by Rui Hachimura. This guy has been sort of a key cog in J.J. Redick's system, averaging just less than 14 points per game. and a little bit less than 4 rebounds per game, too. Embiid settles for a elbow jump shot, and he can't hit it. LeBron rolls past him, and he finishes strong with a right-handed sledgehammer. This guy is 40 years old, and he's putting on a show so far. Maxey steps back at the top of the key, and we'll pass it over to Jared McCain, who gets some space off of a screen from Embiid, and he puts up a 3 and can't get it. All right, here's an alley-oop pass that's off the hands of Jackson Hayes. It was a little bit high. It actually hit the backboard, and Joel Embiid got the rebound. Embiid to Grimes. Grimes gets the pass again over on the baseline. 26 seconds to go. Grimes goes up with a reverse layup, and he's fouled hard by Jackson Hayes. Quentin Grimes being physical down low on the block. 25 seconds to go as the first quarter is about to wrap up. And how about that dunk by LeBron? He just rolled past Embiid, and he says, yep, I'm still him. I'm still the guy. Grimes will go to the line and shoot a pair of foul shots. He hits the first one. LeBron is in his 22nd season. Sixers only see him twice this year, unless he gets traded, which I don't think anybody sees happening. Been in the league since 2003. 14 points per game this year, 4 rebounds, and just less than 8 assists. He's still playing at a high volume. The foul shot, the second one, is good by Grimes. Excellent. There's about half a second differentiating the shot clock from the game clock. Doncic was full court pressed by Quentin Grimes, now gets it past the half court marker, finds Hachimura on the far side for a 3, and we are tied. 8 seconds left. Sixers can take the lead. Maxey bounces it to Embiid. Embiid to Grimes. One more to Walker on the far corner for a 3 at the buzzer. No. And we're going to go into the second quarter all knotted up at 30 apiece. The Sixers looked strong during the first part of the first quarter, but then towards the end, they sort of got a little bit stale with their offense, and their defense was just not as strong. But they go into quarter number 2, all tied up at 30, and we'll step aside for just a couple of seconds and be right back. Welcome back, everybody. My name is Jason Joseph, and this is Play-by-Play with JJ. Make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button. Hit that subscribe button as well. We are 31 subscribers away from getting to 8,200. And make sure that you guys hit that thumbs up and subscribe button. If you do enjoy this content, if you are also tuning in over on Twitch, you're more than welcome to give me a follow on there. Like I said, we go live for the Sixers. We do Eagles games, and we do Philadelphia Phillies games as well. It's a 30-30 game. This is not 30 for 30. This is the Philadelphia 76ers. That is what you are tuning on into. 19-9 is the scoring run that the Lakers went on to end the first quarter. Lakers run to end first. I wanted to make sure that I noted that. There we go. All right, so the Sixers have the ball first because they lost the opening tip. McCain dumps it off over to VJ Edgecombe, who rolls over towards the second hash mark on the left side of the lane and floats it up and floats it in. Something that we wanted to see a little bit more from VJ Edgecombe was him taking more floaters. And, well, he's done a pretty good job at that in this game so far. Getting some space is Austin Reaves for a three. Can't get it. And Grimes jumps up for another rebound. That's his third of the game so far. Embiid hands it off to Edgecombe, and his foul line J is way too strong. Off the glass, it was LeBron James who got the rebound. We have a whistle called on the other side. McCain fouls LeBron, the freight train that he is, rolling down towards the basket. And some free throws coming up for LBJ. The lineup for the Lakers, it's LeBron, Reaves, Thiero, Hayes, and Vincent. That's Gabe Vincent and also Adu Thiero. 21 years old, went to Arkansas College. Doesn't really play a lot of hasn't played a lot of minutes for the Lakers, except over the last couple of games. He did actually play 20 minutes against the Boston Celtics and 10 against the Toronto Raptors, but before that, he was mainly playing in a lot of games that were in quote-unquote garbage time. LeBron misses the first free throw, but goes 1 for 2 from the line, and the Lakers are down by 1. Embiid at the foul line, puts up a foul line J. They're usually automatic, but LeBron James catches his miss, and the Lakers could take the lead here with a field goal. Reaves rolling towards the left side, splits the defense, couldn't finish though, and Walker grabs his miss. I am shocked. Couldn't hit that shot. Usually he's good with those. Here's McCain who gets some space, and he cashes in on a three off the assist by Joel Embiid. Good to see Jared McCain shooting that three with a lot of ease. He looks so confident every single time. He's just getting space. LeBron, being guarded by McCain, ends up passing it down low over to Hayes. It was a beautiful pass right to the chest, and the assist was good as well. Sixers turn it over. Edgecombe lost the ball. LeBron catches, puts up a three, and cashes it in to give the Lakers their first lead of the game. LeBron James catching and firing and making that three to put the Lakers up by 1. McCain swings it to Embiid. He'll settle for a three, and Embiid can't hit it. He has not had a very good shooting season from three. Joel Embiid, that is. He settled for a lot of those. He was 0 for 6 in his last game from downtown. Really not good. Reaves goes up with a tough two, and there was no foul call. Surprise. Walker rebound. Outlet pass to Jared McCain, who speeds past the defense and finishes with the left hand. Jared McCain providing a spark plug off the Sixers bench when it comes to offense. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. Hayes on the drive to the basket, and we have a late foul called on Joel Embiid. Embiid was ready to hustle down on the other side, and the ref said, nope, you're the one that committed the foul there, and that's going to be his second personal foul. Get rid of those bots if you guys can. If my mods are here, get rid of the bots. We got 52 people tuning on in. Make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel as well. Hayes is at the line, and he'll try to make some free throws. The first one that he attempts was no good. Not known to be a good foul shooter. Rui Hachimura steps in for LeBron, and Jackson's second free throw goes in and out, and Jabari Walker catches his miss. Lakers not able to cash in on their foul shots. Neil is here. What's up, Neil? McCain gets some space. Another three. And another make by Jared McCain. Give him 8 points off the Sixers bench, and he has scored most of their points in this second quarter so far. I mean, they are just letting him shoot with ease. Reaves loses the ball off of his foot, but Edgecombe touches it last as it goes out of bounds towards the Lakers' baseline, and that's where they'll inbound it. Jared McCain just doing a good job working off the ball, getting a screen, and Embiid found him, and Jared was able to make the three off the dribble. Reaves with a floater again, and finally a foul called for his sake. He thought that he was fouled a couple of times. He had to actually take a couple of shots down low, and there was a lot of chirping going on now. I don't know what's going on. Jabari Walker and Gabe Vincent and Rui Hachimura were having some words. They did call the shooting foul on VJ Edgecombe. And Walker and Hachimura had to be separated for a quick second, as they were exchanging words with each other, and the referees didn't like what they were saying. It's just that type of a game. A lot of high competition, if you will. I was going to say animosity, but I don't really think that that's the right word. 40-37. I would say that this is a high-stake game, though, for both of these teams. They have a lot to play for in this game. The second free throw by Austin Reaves. The first one was good. The second one, that one was good. That one was good as well. Edgecombe gets it. Dribbles towards the left side of the lane to count the bucket, and a foul. Foul was on DeAndre Ayton. Again, VJ, I don't really think that we've talked a lot about it this year, but the one thing that I've noticed from VJ as I continue to watch him play is that when he gets the ball and he's looking to score, he has a type of speed that is sort of slow, but then it just picks up. And it's really hard for defenders to see when he's going to speed up and when he's going to get you at the cup. So I'll tell you what. 43-38, 8:15 to go in the second quarter. Here's a three by Austin Reaves, and not that time. He can't hit it. Grimes gets the rebound. McCain on the other side gets the outlet pass. Dribbles with the left hand, goes towards the baseline. He's being guarded heavily by Gabe Vincent. Finds Grimes on the corner for a three, and he can't hit it. And it's rebounded by Rui Hachimura again. Here's another three by Gabe Vincent, and that one's a little bit short. The former Miami Heat player not able to hit the three that time. Grimes, rebound, outlet pass to VJ Edgecombe. 7:45 to go in the second quarter. Do you take questions or do you just commentate? Ask anything. Fire away. I'll get to it when I can. I commentate, but I also like to answer your questions too. Embiid goes up with a shot. He's fouled by Adu Thiero. And Joel's going to head to the line. Let's talk. I mean, that's really like what this is. You know, I do like an old school radio play-by-play style, but I love answering your questions if you have any. Yeah, fire away. Fire away. We actually just got some breaking news from Philly's tailgate. And this was according to Ken Rosenthal. 44-38. The Pirates have made free agent Kyle Schwarber a 4-year offer, according to people briefed on their discussions. The offer almost certainly is for more than $100 million. I mean, that's not really a surprise. Joel Embiid at the line to shoot a pair of free throws. The first one was good. And foul shot number 2. That one is up and that one is in to make it 45-38. Excellent. What's your opinion right now if we stay healthy? Are we a play-in team or a top 3 in the East? Here's Luka getting it over on the elbow. Gives it back outside to Hachimura for a 3. No. Edgecombe rebound. I would say if the Sixers are healthy, if the Big Three plays 25 games together, I would say that the Sixers can easily be a top 3 team in the Eastern Conference, but I just don't think that that's going to happen. Walker got the ball inside and got fouled by Jared Vanderbilt in the act of shooting, and there's Jabari Walker going to the charity stripe. So it's nice how the Sixers, by the way, are giving Tyrese Maxey a little bit of a rest. So I hope that answers your question, though, my friend. If we stay healthy, I don't think that we're a play-in team. But it's a lot to ask. Stay healthy. And how many games are they going to play together? If they can play over 50, if they can play 20 games together, I would say that the Sixers are a playoff team. 46 points for the 76ers and 30 for the Lakers, and that doesn't even mean that Embiid has to average 25 points per game. Doncic with a step back J off the mark. Walker did a great job at boxing out Hachimura and jumping over him to get the rebound. That was nice. Here's Paul George running the ISO, getting a screen from Embiid, and now has to roll it back over to Joel. Embiid puts up an elbow J. That time it's short. Not able to draw the contact. Reaves off a defensive rebound for him. Austin tonight in this game, just 2 points. He's 0 for 7 from the field. Misses another shot. Grabs his own miss. Kicks it outside to Hachimura, and his three from the corner, no. And DeAndre Ayton gets the rebound over Joel. So he's not rebounding the ball at all, Joel Embiid, that is. He just has 2 rebounds thus far. So these offensive possessions are sort of hurting the Sixers. And we have a shooting foul called on VJ Edgecombe. That was on Luka Doncic. It looked like, I thought VJ maybe I thought that he got a piece of his hand, but I didn't necessarily think that was technically in the act of shooting. So with 6:14 to go in the second quarter, Sixers are going to take a timeout. I don't know if they're going to challenge this. I assume that the answer is yes, but do not quote me on that. Okay, what moves do you think that we need to make in order to win the East? That's also hard to say, too, because I need to see them healthy. I do. I need to see them healthy. I think that the move is probably going to be watching the big three stay healthy. I'm not even kidding. I'm not joking about that. Because I don't know what we technically have. So I like the forwards. If you were to tell me, though, like what's one area that we need improvement on, I would say that we could use another primary ball handler. I think a guy like Drew Holiday, I don't know. He's probably going to ask for a lot, but that's just the one name that comes up in the back of my head. I want a primary ball handler. I think that the Sixers need one. As much as I like VJ, as much as I like Quentin Grimes, they are not primary ball handlers. And in the playoffs, you're going to need an extra guy. Now, with the lack of physicality that they have now, it's technically because they don't have Trendon Watford back and they don't have Kelly Oubre back. So when you get both of those guys back, you're going to get more size. So I think that's my answer. Philadelphia leads at 46-39. Tyrese Maxey leading the way with 10 points. He's 4 for 7 from the field, 2 for 3 from beyond the arc. And for the Lakers, their leading scorer is Luka Doncic and LeBron James, who each have 10. 76ers always had problems with staying healthy. I think that staying healthy is going to be their deadline acquisition. Plus maybe like a cute little type of a guard and maybe just a forward for depth. I don't know. But I think that's what they're looking at as a trade deadline acquisition. There's Luka who misses the second foul shot. It's 46-39. There's another whistle called on the other side. So the question that I had before was that a Sixers challenge? I don't think it was. So Luka he went to the line to shoot a couple of free throws. 3 free throws. Lakers have Luka make 2 out of 3. And that makes it a 46-40 game. But what do you think? Let me know down below, man. What do you think about the Philadelphia 76ers, and what do you think that they need? If they do stay healthy, what do you think that they need? And if they don't stay healthy, what do you think that they are going to do? 46-40, 76ers up by 6. Here's Tyrese Maxey driving inside and hitting the runner. The Lakers have not scored in the last 4 minutes and 8 seconds. That is crazy. Yikes. Doncic on the drive to the basket, tries to float it up, and he gets the finger roll friendly finish, if you will, to cut it back to a 6-point game. Andre Drummond has stepped in for Joel Embiid. The lineup for the Sixers, it's Maxey, Barlow, George, Grimes, and Drummond. Here's Grimes handing it outside to Drummond for a 3-pointer, and that's way off. I mean, I don't know why he shot that. It was at the top of the key, and it was wide right. Reaves, again, taking it towards the left elbow. He's on the third hash mark, goes up with a 2 in the lane, no. And Barlow tries to get the rebound, tips it into the hands of Paul George. I mean, really, DeAndre Ayton was playing really good down low on the post and still found a way, the Sixers, to give it back to Paul George. Doncic on the drive to the basket tries to lob it over to Hachimura for a 2. No, it's intercepted by Paul George. Maxey down low to Grimes. Alley-oop pass. That'll work. And the Sixers have 50 points. It's a 50-42 game. And please tell us that the Ben Simmons... Tell me the rumors of us signing Ben Simmons is just someone starting a big joke. Please, I was happy when we got rid of that big baby. It's just easy. We have a foul called on Tyrese Maxey, and Austin Reaves is going to head on over to the line. Tell you what, Paul George's defense has been great. The Ben Simmons stuff is, I assume, to be a joke. I do not even think that Daryl Morey would even welcome back Ben Simmons. And play with that type of a thing. But if the Sixers want to bring back Ben, I don't think that that's what they need right now either. Not even just from a basketball perspective. If you want to talk about off-court stuff, that's different. But from a basketball perspective, no. Because Ben Simmons also is not a floor spacer. 50-43. Is the score. Lakers are 9 for 15 from the line, and the Sixers are 10 for 11. Sixers lineup, it's Paul George, Dominic Barlow, Tyrese Maxey, Andre Drummond, and Jared McCain. McCain misses a 3, and Reaves grabbed the rebound with about 4:11 to go. Reaves at the top of the key, lobs it over to LeBron. It's being guarded by McCain again. They've gotten him on Jared McCain. That's just an easy mismatch. He's not used it. Doncic on the drive gets the ball nearly intercepted by Jared McCain, but ending up with it is Austin Reaves, and he's able to hit the layup, and it's now a 5-point ball game. Sixers offense just has gone very stale over these last couple of minutes, and Maxey is out there. Maxey's gone pretty quiet. Barlow on the drive to the basket. Thought he was fouled. No call there. Drummond floater. No, not that time. Refs are letting both teams play, it seems. Here's Doncic on a pass over to Reaves for a wide-open 3, and Austin Reaves makes it a 2-point game. Oh, boy. It's a 50-48 game. The Lakers really haven't looked so dominant here in the second quarter, but the Sixers are up by 2. Paul just has 4 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists in this game so far, but his defense has been A+. 50-48, LeBron now has the rock. He's being guarded by Maxey, goes behind his back, puts up a 3, in and out it goes. Drummond tries to tip the rebound over to Jared McCain, and he does. He was being boxed in. Maxey on the drive to the basket, Euro step, foul called, and he will head to the line for 2 free throws after this timeout taken by the LA Lakers. The foul was on Austin Reaves, and he has his second personal foul of the game. Sixers and Lakers will be back in just a few moments. It's 50-48. If they don't stay healthy, I say trade Joel and Paul George and see what you can get and let Maxey run this team because what he's done this year is phenomenal. I mean, he showed that he can. The problem is, though, and after I read, I want to make sure I read this first. If they stay healthy, I just think we need another big defensive piece. I love how the offense on this team is working so well together. I agree with you, and I agree in theory that they should find a way to trade Joel. Like, I agree. And I'm a big Joel Embiid fan. I'm a big Joel Embiid fan, right? The problem is if you're another NBA team, why would you trade for Joel Embiid? Why would you trade for Paul George with that amount of money? I mean, the extension for Joel doesn't even kick in until next year. Do you really want to take on that much money for a guy you don't even know is going to be healthy? Like that, you gotta give something in order to get something. And what are they getting? A guy that can't stay healthy. A guy that you just don't know if he can be reliable. So, in theory, I agree, but that's just not going to happen because that's, for lack of better thereof, that's stupid. So, but here's my other question to you. If Joel is putting up in a couple of, let's just say, in theory, in January, Embiid is putting up 30 points, and he's looking like he's an MVP player again, which I don't see happening. Then do you trade him? Because then I think teams will be like, okay, maybe it's worth the gamble. That I don't know. Also, I'll tell you this. I know that the Sixers overpaid Paul George. But if he's giving you valuable defense, and he's putting up 20 to 25 points per game, I think I'd still keep him. If that's what Paul George is going to do. If they stay healthy, I just think that we need another big defensive piece. I love how the offense on this team is working so well together. I agree with that. Probably have to give up a first-round pick to get rid of Joel or Paul. At the very least, and McCain's going to have to go too. Jared McCain is probably going to have to go. Are you willing to part ways with him? Just a question. 50 to 48 because he's your most valuable piece. Luka Doncic is rolling over towards the right side of the elbow. And he's looking to go up with a shot over Dominic Barlow. Good defense by him down low in the post. And Joel gets the rebound. 50 points for the Philadelphia 76ers. Maxey looking to step back over at the logo. Dribbling with the right hand. Gets a screen set by Embiid. Puts up a three off the dribble. Connects! What a shot by Tyrese Maxey from 25 feet. Give number 0 15 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 apples. Doncic on the other side. Hitting the 2 and going to the line for 1 more. He says, you know what? If the quote-unquote MVP of the East is going to put up a 3, I'm going to put up a old-fashioned 3 myself. George didn't even make any contact, and Luka just leaned into him and ended up getting a whistle to go his way. That's Paul George's first personal foul. Foul shot number 1 by Doncic. He only gets 1. Can't hit the end 1. So Luka has certainly missed some foul shots from the line. Here's Maxey to George for a 3-pointer. He's fouled in the act of shooting. He got the contact, didn't hit the 3. But he's going to go to the line to shoot 3 free throws. I agree, but if he is looking like an all-star again, I'd keep him because of what Joel Embiid has done for our team. But then the question becomes, Easy E, is can he be reliable during the playoffs for the 76ers, even if he's healthy? Because we've seen in years past that, he can't always stay that way. So I don't know if you're willing to put up with that risk again. I would do it. The only reason why I would trade Joel is if the 76ers get Giannis Antetokounmpo. There's not a lot of guys I would trade Joel for, even if he is healthy. But I'm thinking about Giannis. If you're thinking about Giannis too, then I think that we're on the same page. Maybe I'm being a little bit misunderstood. I don't know. Here's Paul George at the line, makes the first free throw, makes the second free throw, and he will have one more coming on up. VJ Edgecombe steps on in for Jared McCain, and Jake LaRavia, who was back in the game, and I didn't even notice it. Remember, he got hit on the mouth, went back to the locker room, as Austin Reaves stepped in for him. Austin has had a very cold shooting night, 8 points, 2 for 10 from the field. That can obviously change. Free throw number 3 by Paul George. Nothing else to say.
Excellent.
56 points for the Philadelphia 76ers and 54 the Lakers with about 1:40 to go in this first half. Doncic thought about taking the 3 over Paul George, and he wasn't going to do so. Got the ball, passed to LeBron. LeBron back to Luka. Luka step back 3 over PG. No, and that's going to roll out of bounds. It'll be Philadelphia 76ers ball with 91 seconds to go in the first half. Playoffs have always been Joel Embiid's biggest mysteries. I hear you. But it's a good convo, right? It's a very good convo. Here's Paul George rolling out, giving it to Embiid again, who's being guarded by Doncic. Double team comes, gives it to Barlow, down low on the block. Barlow spins, turns, puts up a 2. No. Embiid jumps up for the rebound, tries to put it up and in. No. And Barlow gets the tip, and that one goes. First time, no. Second time, no either. And third time, yes. 58 points for the Philadelphia 76ers as they're looking to close it out here in the first half with 1 minute to go. Second quarter winding down. Doncic over to LeBron. A dump-off pass to Gabe Vincent at the 76ers logo. Vincent with a bounce pass to LeBron, and he gets it swatted away by Embiid. Joel Embiid with a block on the other side off the King. Embiid rolls down to the basket, gets the ball knocked loose, and we will have a foul called on the Lakers, and that's going to put the 76ers in the bonus. LeBron, one of the goaltending calls. Sixers may have gotten away with that. Yeah. They may have just gotten away with that. LeBron thought it was a goaltending, but Joel is at the line to shoot a pair of foul shots, and the first one is up, and that's in. Easy E says, don't get me wrong, I would love to have Giannis on our team. I would. And you should. The question is, right? What are you going to have to give up? And be at the line for one more. We got a $5 super chat from Vincent. What's up, man? Thank you so much for the super chat.
Part-time player until contract is finished and he retires. All you can hope for.
I'll make sure I get to that in just a second. The second free throw by Embiid, that one's good. It's a 10-2 run by the Sixers.
Excellent.
Doncic with a 3 on the other side. Good. Oh, no. 60-53. 6 seconds separating the shot clock from the game clock. You have to close out on Luka somehow. Can't leave him wide open because he can knock down shots. And he's one of the top players in all of basketball. Maxey to Embiid, foul line J. Can't get the roll. And LeBron tips it over to Luka. 5 seconds to go in this first half. Doncic double team. Finds Hachimura on the near wing for a 3. Off the mark. And that's going to do it. Philadelphia has the upper hand as they go into halftime up by 7. It's a 60-53 ball game. The Sixers will be back. We'll have a halftime show And we'll be back too. But before I step off, Vincent, again, thank you so much for the super chat. He says, I think Joel is a part-time player until contract is finished and he retires. All you can hope for, says Vincent. And look, man, again, I hate feeling like I'm bashing the guy. Because, again, I'm a huge Joel Embiid fan. But it's just clear right now that this is Tyrese Maxey's team. And I would love if Joel Embiid came back fully healthy and played like an MVP and the 76ers were able to win a championship with him. There is nothing, I really have to be honest, like there's nothing more that I would like than that. I really would love that. That would be an incredible story. That's how you finish the process, you know? And you do it against the Oklahoma City Thunder. But I'm dreaming. I'm dreaming. And I'm allowed to dream. I'm allowed to dream and feel optimistic about something. But to your point, what are the odds that he does return to MVP? Like, not even just healthy form. Like, we're talking about MVP form. What are the odds? I hope it happens. I would love it if that happened. I just don't see it, though. And maybe I'm wrong, but I'm optimistic. And again, I can only dream. All right, I'm going to take about a couple of minutes off, and we'll have a little halftime show. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back. I just need to stretch and get a couple of sips of water in me because of the vocal cords. See you soon. Ladies and gentlemen, the Philadelphia 76ers lead it by 7 against the Los Angeles Lakers. The 16-6 Los Angeles Lakers with LeBron James, with Austin Reaves, and with Luka Doncic. They're really not missing any key piece. The only guy that they're missing is Marcus Smart. That's it. But they have looked very good overall, I would say. And again, you guys can comment down below and let me know what your grades are for the first half. But I have to go with, I would go with an A-. I would say A- because, again, context matters. Because Joel Embiid, Paul George, and Tyrese Maxey are each playing their second game this year altogether. And they're going up against a team that's over 500, that's fully healthy. And even though it's a home game, it looked like in the first quarter that they were playing very cohesive ball early on within the first 5 minutes. And we'll break everything else down. But just to sort of continue my thought, I thought that they overall just had a very good first quarter. If this is against a team like the Washington Wizards, then I think that we would curve it. Or not necessarily curve it in a good way. It'd be more of like a C. But nah, I have to give them an A- in this first half here. We're just talking about the first half. Doesn't mean that they're going to win this game. Doesn't mean that they're going to put up an F in the second half either. But overall, my letter grade is an A-. Let me know what yours is down below. The Lakers only have 2 bench points. And I know that this is not a Lakers show. But I find that funny, how the Lakers only have 2 points off their bench. Just 2. That's it. The Sixers bench, this is where I switch to the other side. The 76ers bench today has been very active. McCain has 8 points. He had a great second quarter. He, at one point, was carrying the Sixers in the scoring department in that second quarter. Gave you some high, valuable minutes. Was making his threes off the dribble. There was one that he hit off the dribble. The other one, he was able to catch it and shoot it and knock it down. Grimes has 4 points. Drummond has 2 points and 5 rebounds, too. And Jabari Walker with 4 points and 4 rebounds. So the 76ers bench is doing their job, unlike the Lakers bench. And that's been the main reason why the 76ers are up in this game by 7. I thought in the first half that the 76ers did a great job guarding Austin Reaves. Austin did have 8 points, but Paul George was on him a lot of the time. Made him shoot 2 for 10 from the field. And he was 1 for 3 from downtown. The 3 that he hit was wide open. Can't leave him wide open, but sometimes it's just hard because you have to pick your poison. Do you want LeBron to take it to the rim? Do you want Luka to shoot a 3 or drive it inside? Or are you going to have Austin Reaves spot up and shoot 3s? That's tough. That's a tough one. Sixers did out-rebound the Lakers. However, they did a great job rebounding in the first quarter when Joel Embiid came out of the game. Andre Drummond gave you that little spark plug that you needed off the bench, just providing rebounds on both the offensive and the defensive side. Thought he was doing a great job against DeAndre Ayton and was giving him a really tough time down low on the block. With that being said, the 76ers got a little bit lackadaisical when it came to rebounding towards the end of the first quarter when the Lakers finished with that, what was it? I wrote it down in my notes. It was a 19-9 run. There was also one possession in the second quarter, too, where I'm watching Joel Embiid out there and not being able to jump, and he gives up 2 offensive rebounds. Now, on the third rebound, or on the third possession, I should say, the Lakers ended up not hitting any shots. But you can't, like, that comes down to effort, right? And I'm not really here to bash Joel saying that he doesn't give effort, but it's a shame because this is sort of like what we're going through right now, watching Joel Embiid out there. This is the bad that we're seeing, is that he's not jumping up and down getting rebounds because he's still nursing the knee injury and he's coming back from it. But for whatever it is, it's just not helping the Sixers. That's the bottom line. But I thought that rebounding was a problem in that second quarter and towards the end of the first. So that's something that I took as more of a negative there. Shot making, though, was a big plus. Jared McCain, we saw some valuable minutes from him coming off the bench. We saw Quentin Grimes making a couple of field goals, being aggressive. He's 0 for 2 from 3, but hopefully that'll come along. Tyrese Maxey shooting the ball very well. I thought that J.J. Redick let Maxey get away with a couple of things, and Maxey made the Lakers' defense pay. Is Luka the best defensive player in the entire world? Absolutely not. But I was sort of kind of surprised that Tyrese was not getting picked up at half court some of the possessions that I saw. And he was still able to whiz by people and hit right-handed floaters, put good English off the backboard as he drove it over to the cup. And he had a nice mid-range shot, too. So, 2 turnovers for him, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. I thought that overall he's having himself a good game. Dominic Barlow. Dominic Barlow, again, giving you a lot of effort on the glass. Shout out to him. He is just a workaholic. He is a force down low. And I think that the Sixers have really found a hidden gem with Dominic Barlow. I'll keep saying that. Last thing I want to talk about is this. And then I'll get to you guys because I want to hear what your thoughts are. Comment down below what your thoughts are. Paul George, 7 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal. The stats say one thing, but I think that he has played a good game overall. His defense has been very strong. He's had the switch on Luka and Austin Reaves. And part of the reason why the Lakers are down is because of his great defense. I give him a lot of credit. I tip my cap to him on that side of the ball. Some of the shots that I saw from him, a couple of them actually went in and out and just couldn't get the friendly roll, but he didn't make them. That's the bottom line. Doesn't matter if it's close or not. He didn't make the shots. But I care about the looks, and I care about the almosts and the nearly finishes because it tells me that he is stepping back into a role where the Sixers, that this is what they paid him to do. They overpaid for him. But the 76ers paid for Paul George to be a nice, solid defensive player and be a number 3 option. So, those are my thoughts on this game. Let me know what yours are down below. What do you think went well in the first half? What do you think did not go well? Overall, I would say A- is my grade. Let me know what yours are. Neil says Barlow was a great signing. Yeah. Dominic Barlow has been such a key piece for them. And he's a starter. He's a two-way guy that's in the starting lineup with Joel Embiid, with Tyrese Maxey, and with Paul George. That's the key thing. He is not coming off the bench with those 3 guys out there. That's what's intriguing to me. And he deserves it. He has earned his right to be a starter. What are some other team stats that I forgot to talk about? The turnovers tonight. Sixers have done a very good job taking care of the ball. We've seen times this year where Maxey, Joel, and Paul George just have not been able to get on the same page. They've only played with each other with all 3 once this year, but I'm just saying from Paul George to Maxey and Maxey to Joel Embiid, we've seen a lot of turnovers between those 2 combos and a lot of dribble handoffs, a lot of non-motion on both sides, and terrible transition defense. I think over these last 4 games, really the last 3 games, the Sixers have played really good defense. And I think that it actually starts with Paul George and Tyrese Maxey. Because Tyrese is now doing a very good job guarding passing lanes, cutting out in front of defensive players or offensive players in transition, knowing where the pass is going to go, and just being a spec and getting steals. Part of the reason why I think that the Lakers are where they are in tonight's game is because you've seen them commit full court passes, but not as many as they usually do. And that's because Tyrese Maxey has been out there, and he's been doing a great job at intercepting basketballs from full court coverage. So that's where I stand, though, on this game. Again, comment down below and give me your thoughts. What are your letter grades from that first half? Let's take a look at some NBA scores, by the way, as we go on into the third quarter. And we will start things off momentarily. 95-79 is the score between the Warriors and the Bulls. They're in the fourth quarter. 9 minutes are left to go. Warriors up by 16 points. The Thunder, they lead at 61-37 against the Utah Jazz. Chet Holmgren, 14 points, leading the way for the Thunder. 4 minutes to go in the first half of that game. Knicks beat the Magic today 106-100. The Celtics won 121-113 against the Raptors. The Nuggets took care of business against the Charlotte Hornets and won 115-106. Jokic, 28 points, 9 rebounds, 11 assists. We're back in action here at the Xfinity Mobile Arena. Sixers have the ball first. Maxey over at the point. Takes it towards the top of the key. Crosses over with the left hand. And now takes it inside towards the elbow. Steps back. Launches a 2 over Austin Reaves. Jackpots. Tyrese Maxey started off the first quarter with a 3. And gave the Sixers their first points of the first half. And he does so here in the second half, giving them the first 2 points of the second half. LeBron with a turnaround J over Dominic Barlow. Too easy. I mean, he made it look too easy, is really what I meant to say. Dominic played very good defense. Others scored today in the NBA. 119-96 was the final score between the Grizzlies and the Trailblazers. So that was the score in that game. Doncic got the ball for the LA Lakers, and we have a turnover called on Luka Doncic. That's a costly one. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and hit the notification bell icon too. If you're rocking with me and if you're in the chat, throw the thumbs up down below. George with a 3. Cash! Paul George with a 25-footer. And Maxey gets his 5th assist of the game. Doncic gives it to LeBron, who's operating against Dominic Barlow. Can he keep him in check? Here's LeBron with a fadeaway 2, and he gets it. Again, this guy is 40 years old, looking like he's 30. Really. Just with the way that he's able to navigate down low towards the baseline, even over a guy who's 6 feet 9 inches tall, and Dominic Barlow. That's a tough assignment. Here's Embiid for a 3, and that one's short. Joel Embiid 0 for 4 from downtown, and he is 1 for 13 from the field. He is having a terrible day offensively. Ayton with an alley-oop jam over Embiid, and the lead is down to 4. 63-59 is the score. George with a runner inside. Not that time. Rebound by Doncic. Outlet pass to LeBron. Wide open 3 by Reaves. No. Offensive rebound, Hachimura. LeBron for a 3. That time it's good. And it's a 1-point game. Sixers will not call a timeout here. Can they capitalize and make a bucket is the question. LeBron has 7 points in this third quarter alone. Maxey again operating on the outside. Skip passes it over to Joel Embiid. Embiid back to Tyrese Maxey, who beats everybody to the cup, including LeBron James himself. 65 points for the 76ers, and Tyrese Maxey gets his 16th and 17th points of the game. On that, too, Doncic steps back, lets it fly. Can't hit it from the near elbow. Rebound Maxey. Maxey driving it inside on the other side. And he is fouled. Didn't make the field goal, but it was a personal foul called on Doncic. Maxey did not go up with the shot before the foul was called. It's a 65-62 game. George will inbound it over to Dominic Barlow for the 76ers. Now Embiid dumps it off over to Tyrese Maxey, who gets double-teamed. Dribbles with the right hand, crosses over against DeAndre Ayton, has him right where he wants him. Maxey drives it down low, gets it blocked by LeBron. 3-on-2, here come the Lakers, off to the races. LeBron with an alley-oop pass to Hachimura, and he throws it down. It's a 1-point game, an 11-5 start by the Lakers, and timeout taken by Nick Nurse. And we'll see what he dials up after the break. Don't go anywhere. All right, chat, make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button as well. Philadelphia leads it by 1 against the LA Lakers with about 8 minutes and 27 seconds to go in this third quarter. It's been a very good start to the quarter by LeBron James himself. Give him 17 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. He also had a nice block on the defensive side, too. And he's been making a very good game for this Lakers team. He's been helping them on both sides, it seems. Philadelphia, what did they draw out of this timeout here? Let's see. So the 76ers give the ball to Maxey over on the far wing, and he gives it back over to Edgecombe. Takes it inside the three-point line, crosses over, back outside the 3, and hands it off over to Embiid. Embiid rolls to the basket, finds Barlow on an alley-oop pass, and Dominic Barlow able to finish with the left hand on the right side of the baseline. So a good play called there by Nick Nurse, and the Philadelphia 76ers able to cash in for 2 points. LeBron again over at the elbow, gives it back to Luka. They've made a lot of magic happen. Doncic with a 2, and he signals thank you to LeBron James. Good defense by the Sixers, just better offense between both Luka and LeBron. Got to try to stop that pick and roll, or just a little pick and pop. They can hit you with so many different things. Maxey at the top of the key, rolls downhill. Dump pass, a little bounce pass, if you will, to Dominic Barlow. Lost his shot. Embiid goes up with a 2 as the shot clock's expiring. And Joel Embiid continues his drought from the game. He's 1 for 14, shooting-wise from the field. Hachimura again rolling to the basket. Alley-oop jam from Luka Doncic, and the Lakers have their first lead of the half. It's a 68-67 game. And sorry, that was DeAndre Ayton who threw it down. Luka gets his 8th assist. Here is George. Back to Embiid. Embiid looking to pass. Hands it off to Maxey. Maxey finds Barlow left wide open on the corner. And Dominic Barlow hits the 3. We ride the seesaw. Philadelphia up by 2. And we're not even halfway done this third quarter yet. 10 points for the 76ers. Here in the third quarter, they're getting outscored by the Lakers. LeBron has been leading the way for them. 15 points for the Lakers in just this quarter alone. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and hit that notification bell icon. Oh my gosh, it's the third quarter curse. Now that is an interesting tongue twister. The third quarter curse. Doncic gets the inbound pass at the Sixers logo, drives it or tries to post up VJ Edgecombe, and it works. And he stares him down into his soul. As we are tied up at 70, can the Sixers respond on the offensive side? Maxey dribbling with the right hand, directing traffic, tells Barlow to go over to the foul line extended. There's an underscreen for him if Maxey wants to use it. Maxey goes to the right, takes it towards the elbow, floats it up, can't float it on in, and it's rebounded by DeAndre Ayton, so the Sixers couldn't respond there. Reaves gets it past half court, takes it up for a 3, and that one's good. The Lakers get the lead. It's now a 73-70 ball game, and Austin Reaves knocks down his third 3 of this game. He has been scoring, and he's starting to go off, being the microwave scorer that he is. Edgecombe with a 2. No. The tip back by Drummond. No good either. Rebound by Doncic. That's his 13th rebound of this game. His floater is up. He is fouled. And in the act of shooting by Paul George. Sixers have done a bad job in this third quarter, but the Lakers have just been able to capitalize, and I feel like that their offense has really just flourished. Sixers defense has got to be better, but not to give any excuses, but there is only so much that you can do against Luka, LeBron, and Austin Reaves. First free throw by Luka. That one's up and in to make it 74-70. Their defense has been the main problem. Offense hasn't been scoring either, but they've gotten more open looks. 5:22 to go in this third frame, and Doncic is able to cash it in, again, from the charity stripe. So the Lakers have outscored the 76ers 22-10 in this third quarter. I'm not really surprised about that. Grimes hands it off to Maxey. A lot of dribble handoffs here for the 76ers. That's not good. Maxey tries to go up with a tough floater inside. No, I don't know why he was doing that. Ayton grabs the rebound over Andre Drummond, and the Lakers have another offensive possession. Part of the reason why the Sixers are doing bad is because they're getting out-rebounded. And why are they getting out-rebounded? Because guys are getting wide-open threes, and the Sixers are also drawing some more fouls. And there's another one that's drawn by Dominic Barlow. 75-70, Sixers trail by 5 points against the Lakers. Sixers have 4 timeouts left. Here's Austin Reaves against the inbound pass, and Hachimura throws up a flamethrower and hits the bomb from the near corner. 21-10, oh my gosh, fight back, please, says O'Gluffy. That's a 23-7 run by the LA Lakers over the last 5 minutes and 50 seconds. Maxey swings it over to George. George down low to Drummond. Drummond wants to post up DeAndre Ayton, and he wins that battle. Got the friendly bounce that time. Ayton played good defense, but the soft touch was good by Andre Drummond. So now there's 4 minutes and 15 seconds left to be played in this third quarter. Reaves on the drive to the basket. How about that no-look behind-the-back pass over to Hachimura, and his 2 is up and in. Oh, my goodness. He was on the far corner, thought about taking a 3 from 22 feet, and then stepped inside, took the long 2, and made it. Barlow with a catch-and-shoot 3, and Andre Drummond is fouled on the loose ball foul by Austin Reaves. Gosh. That was just a beautiful pass. Everybody thought that he was going to lay it up and in, but he had eyes behind his head and was able to just deliver that pass to Rui Hachimura and get the wonderful assist for the Lakers' sake. Gosh, 80 points for the Lakers and 72 for the Philadelphia 76ers. Doncic with 25, 13, and 8. 2 more assists, then he gets another triple-double. Here's Drummond with a tip back, and he gets it to go that time. It's now an 80-76, 80-74 ball game. Excuse me. Lakers in this quarter are 11 for 13 from the field. Doncic with a tray. Way off. Rebound by the Lakers again. Reaves finds a wide-open shooter, and the Sixers dodge a bullet. Edgecombe tips it outside over to Luka Doncic, and Doncic's floater, that's too strong. Andre Drummond gets the rebound. The Lakers had a lot of golden opportunities there to capitalize. Grimes with an alley pass to Maxey, and that one is good. Momentum back on the Sixers side. J.J. Redick recognizes that, and he will call for a timeout with 3:03 to go in the third quarter. Sixers got very lucky on that other possession that the Lakers had. They had the ball 3 times. They just couldn't knock down anything. They were getting wide open looks. Doncic had a wide open floater, and he just couldn't cash it on in. You also saw a missed 3 by Hachimura, I believe it was. And yeah, just not good defense. That was Jake LaRavia, by the way, who took the 3. Doncic missed the floater. Doncic also missed a 25-foot pull-up jumper. And that's what ended up happening. If you are here, drop a thumbs up. Drop an I in the chat. Wake up, people. Let's go. We got a quiet chat. It's Sixers-Lakers. It's a big game. It's a big one for the Sixers. Let's go. If you guys are cooking, though, I understand. If you guys are cleaning up the house, I understand. But our chat is dead. Look alive. There's Neil. Mark says the Sixers have no depth. They are losing their strength later in the games, says Mark. They have no depth. I I think that when we talk about, I think that they have depth. But when you're playing against top-tier teams like the Lakers, the Thunder, the Knicks, then your lack of depth shows. So that I agree with. But this also is on Joel Embiid and Paul George. I'm not saying that it's on them. I'm sorry. This is going to get clipped out of context. This is on the 76ers with extending their contracts. Because you could do something different with the $100 million. And it's not working out. Their depth is good. They have good depth. The problem is that when the starters aren't playing and you're missing $100 million, that eats at your depth. Depth to me is guys that come off the bench. This depth should be good because they're supposed to be backups for two big high-volume starters. But the issue is because the two high-volume starters aren't playing, now your depth gets more depleted. 80-76, shot clock winding down. Here's a three-pointer that's up and in by Jake LaRavia. I don't know how he made that. That was actually pretty ridiculous. That was pretty awesome. 83 points for the Lakers and 76 for the 76ers. Walker on the drive to the basket. One of the foul call there. Wasn't going to get it. Sixers got to hustle back on defense. LeBron back over to Vincent. Vincent to LeBron. LeBron down low to Doncic. One more outside to LaRavia again for a three. And Doncic puts up a two on the putback. And he's fouled by Andre Drummond. Gosh. Nobody could box him out. And again, this is what happens when you're slow in transition on defense. Was Jabari Walker maybe fouled? Yes. But, you know, the problem is that when you're chirping at the refs, you're not getting back on defense. And it's now a 5-on-4 game. In hockey, that's a power play. That's not necessarily what a power play is, but they have the man advantage. That's the point of a power play. But, yeah. 84-76, and the Lakers continuing to dominate against the Philadelphia 76ers in this third quarter. Doncic with the second foul shot. That one is going to go. So now it's 85 points for the Lakers. They have scored double the amount of points that the 76ers have put up. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. We got 49 of you watching. And as we have a foul on the other side on Jackson Hayes, we'll have some more free throws. 53 likes. Shout out to you guys. That's really nice. So we probably won't get to the 75 marker tonight. If we do, that'd be great. If we do, that would be very awesome. 85-76 with 2 minutes to go in this third quarter. 12 team fouls for the Sixers and 14 for the Lakers. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Grimes steps back, puts up a three. That one's too strong. The tip back by Drummond. No. Grabs his own rebound. Gets double team. Looking to swing it over to Grimes. Luckily, he was there. Grimes to Drummond on the far corner. Drummond, why is he dribbling the ball? I don't know why. He goes up with a runner inside. No, not that time. And a foul on Walker. Again, the Lakers are just playing very physical, and they're giving it the extra effort. Sixers not able to do that. It just seems like that the Sixers look a little bit flat. And that's just to put it nicely here in this third quarter. We're going to walk the floor and have some more free throws coming up. 85-76, Lakers have the advantage. Doncic has 27 points, 14 rebounds, and 9 assists in this game. Maxey is 19-5-5. He seems to have been a little bit more quiet here in this third quarter. Jackson misses the first free throw. The second one, he gets it to go, and the Lakers have their largest lead of the game. It's 86-76. Be nice to see Tyrese Maxey get things going here. Maxey dumps it off over to Edgecombe. And Edgecombe looking to give it back to Maxey on the other side. Maxey catches, puts up a three, and swishes it from the near corner. Excellent movement off the ball by Tyrese Maxey. Goes from the far wing over towards the near corner and found space to get the three off and knock it down. LaRavia tries to go for a two, and he's fouled hard by VJ Edgecombe. And he will earn his stripes at the line. It is an 8-point game. What happened to our offense? What happened to the offense? They put up 19 they've put up 19 points in this third quarter, and they've given up 34. That's what's happened to our offense. I can't answer that. I know that it's more of a rhetorical question. But yes. Foul shot number one, got it. It's an 87-79 game with 51 seconds to go. I'm really surprised this is just an 8-point game. LaRavia goes 1 for 2 from the line. Drummond gets the rebound. Part of the reason why the Sixers are actually still in this is because the Lakers haven't been able to cash in on free throws. There's Zach Wheeler in the crowd, 87-79. Good to see Zach Wheeler there at the 76ers game. Get back soon next year for the Phillies, young fella. Maxey to Edgecombe for a three, and the Sixers are back in business. They're down by 5. Good to see VJ Edgecombe knocking down a far wing three, and the Lakers only have a 5-point lead. Here's LeBron, who's going to guard him. It's going to be Jabari Walker. Can he stay on him and stay true? LeBron looks to get it, or he got it stolen away by Maxey. He was blindsided. Maxey to Grimes for a three, and that one's off. Grimes saves it from going out of bounds. He'll reset it to Maxey. Oh my gosh, Tyrese Maxey on the defensive side being a burst of lightning. Maxey gets fouled hard as he drives it inside, and Zach Wheeler claps along. There was a foul called on Jackson Hayes, and Tyrese is going to go to the line for a pair of foul shots. Nice defense again by Tyrese Maxey. As soon as Jabari Walker was playing defense on LeBron, LeBron looked like he was going to post him up, and Maxey just came off the backside, swatted the ball away, got the steal, and led the Sixers out in transition. That might be the spark plug that the 76ers could use. The foul shot by Maxey, the first one that one is good. Maxey with the next one. He gets the green light. It's up and in. It's an 87-84 game, but there is a foul called, and I believe a lane violation. I don't know. What's going on? Did he miss the free throw? Andre Drummond tried to tip it up and in. They said that it did not go in. It looked like from the angle that it did. Maxey just couldn't hit the shot. He went 1 for 2 from the line. And Andre Drummond's going to go to the line to shoot 2 free throws. Sorry about that. Foul shot number 1. No good by Andre Drummond. If we could get it to a 5 or lower, I'll be happy, says Oklaluffy. You ask and you shall receive, my friend. Second free throw by Andre Drummond, yes. Excellent. An 8-1 run by the Sixers over the last 70 seconds or so. LaRavia in the paint, swings it back outside to LeBron to reset. 10 seconds left on the game clock. The shot clock's unplugged. Doncic being guarded by Grimes, his former teammate. Doncic for a three, gets it blocked by Drummond. And rebound by Maxey. Maxey with a three-quarters court shot. It's up, and that one's going to do it. He couldn't hit the shot. That would have tied the game. Sixers are down by 3, just 3 points going into this fourth quarter. They're within striking distance. And, well, as they got absolutely demolished in the third, Sixers have life. They ended the third quarter strong over the last 75 seconds or so. So that's nice. Can it carry them into the fourth quarter? That remains to be seen. All right, let's go, baby. All right, make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. Go on for the Sixers, the Phillies, and the Eagles games. here on YouTube. Let us know where you're tuning in from down below. Where are you guys tapping in from? So Tyrese Maxey keeps the 76ers afloat in this game. And we are going on into the fourth. Cameron's here. What's up? He says, hi, JJ. When's that first Flyers game? I still don't know yet, man. I still don't know yet. You'll definitely hear an announcement once I do post it. He says, also, how are you? I'm doing good, man. I'm happy to see you on here. What's up, dude? Shout out to you. Big shout out to you. Tinder wants me to stop what I'm doing and grace them with their time. They want me to stop streaming right now as the 76ers are down by 3 points. I think that can wait. Unless maybe what they're trying to tell me is that if you stop what you're doing now, the 76ers will win. And if that's the case, I apologize. If that is the case, I will apologize. You know what really shocked me? Jared McCain did not even see the floor in that third quarter. I'm a little bit shocked about that. Does that mean he's coming out to start off the fourth? Good question, JJ. We shall see. Conway, Massachusetts is Cantor. I hope I said this correctly. I really do. Cantoringen Conway. Thanks so much for tuning on in. There's a step back three for the Lakers. LeBron gets the rebound, and LaRavia for another three. That one is way off the mark, and Embiid gets the board for the Sixers. Jared McCain is out there, by the way. McCain running the points for the 76ers, works around the screen, and now goes back towards the same screen that Embiid sets. Embiid settles for a three, and that one's way too strong. Joel is just putting up threes like he's at the gym, and he's 0 for 5 now from downtown. 10 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists. He has not looked good at all. LeBron is wide open, but takes it down the lane, goes up with a 2 over McCain. He can't get it, and Edgecombe saves it, but does a good job at bouncing it off of LaRavia's foot, or Jackson Hayes' foot, and it goes out of bounds. Just another nice defensive play by this rookie. VJ Edgecombe, Jabari Walker, Quentin Grimes, Jared McCain, and Joel Embiid are the starting 5 for the fourth quarter for the 76ers. Edgecombe's going to hand it off over to Jared McCain in the Sixers front court as they maneuver from the left to the right. McCain over in between the circles, operates, crosses over, steps back, puts up a 2, and LeBron catches his miss. Sixers are knocking on the door. They just can't get over the hump. And we have another play that goes out of bounds. And a personal foul called on Jared McCain, too. That's his third. Embiid, please lock in. Also, do you have any Villanova games at the arena that you did? Unfortunately, that is not the case for this year. That's just not the case. So I did not get a call back. 87-84 is the score. Lakers against the 76ers. But I appreciate you for asking. It shows me that you care, man, and that means a lot to me. Here's Gabe Vincent for a wide-open 3, and he gets it. It's a 90-84 game. Sixers couldn't guard him. They left him wide open, and he cashed in a big-time 3. Each team has made 11 threes. The Sixers are actually shooting the ball just a little bit better. They've attempted 27 shots from downtown. Joel, though, has not helped their case, and the Lakers have attempted 31. We have a personal foul called on Gabe Vincent. And so that's going to stop the game for just a couple of seconds. Grimes gets the inbound pass underneath the basket off of Jabari Walker's pass. Now it's McCain who gives it up over to Joel Embiid, and Embiid is able to bait everybody on the defense and cause Jackson Hayes to be guilty for committing the foul. Plead guilty. It's something else I'm trying to do as we continue to get more and more reps. Trying to, since we talk so fast because it's basketball, we're trying to let the words come and get fully back into a good rhythm. The first free throw by Joel is good. So give him now 11 points. You just want him to draw fouls, and you just want him to be more of a force, if you will, down low, and not settle for the threes. Be more aggressive. 90-85, and the second free throw by Embiid makes it still a two-possession game. But it's a 90-86 effort so far. Reaves steps back off the elbow, puts up a three. It's short again. Grimes catches the rebound. Sixers could make it a one-possession game with a 2 or a 3 here. Grimes to Embiid at the top of the key. Now Embiid gets it over on the baseline, puts up a baseline J, and gets it to go. Finally, Joel Embiid knocking down his third field goal of the game. He has been held 3 for 17. He's been in check throughout most of this game. So it's a 90-88 effort right now. LeBron alley-oop pass to DeAndre Ayton, and that's just way too easy. I mean, come on. LeBron just unstoppable and making plays happen on the court, being the magician that he is. 92-88. McCain tries to hit a layup inside, and I thought he was fouled. Didn't get the whistle there. Rebound by LeBron. Reaves on the far wing, playing a game of catch with him and LeBron. LeBron rolls to the basket, and he hits the layup. It's a 94-88 ball game now, and the 76ers have got to catch fire. Edgecombe gets fouled out in transition by DeAndre Ayton. He was in the act of shooting. Therefore, we should have 2 free throws coming up. Once the ref said that it was a foul on the floor, it looked like it was in the act of shooting. And it was. Okay. Can we please stop with the open threes, says O'Gluffy. He didn't say open threes. The open threes are killing us. I can't believe Jeff Kent is going into the Hall of Fame. That is awesome. It's a 94-90 ball game. Excellent. Tyrese Maxey is back out there. No sign of Paul George just yet. Reaves at the top of the key. Dumps it off to LeBron, who's being guarded by Jabari Walker. Swings it down low to Hachimura, wide open on the baseline from just about 6 feet. He took the jump shot, and it worked. And now make it 96-90. Maxey crosses over, gives it back to Joel, who tries to be aggressive this time. Can't finish with the 2. Has to get back on defense. Here is LeBron rolling down Broadway, and we have an offensive foul as Tyrese Maxey was able to sacrifice his body. LeBron was rolling to the basket, and Maxey took on that 6'9" freight train, and it worked. Good for Tyrese. LeBron tried to pass it outside to Vincent for a wide-open 3, and he just stopped himself in his tracks and got the call. That's a big-time call. Edgecombe on a drive to the basket, lays it up with the left hand, and he got it. That's his offhand, and he still made it. Let's go. A 4-point ball game with about 7:40 to go in the fourth quarter. Can the Sixers get a couple more stops to try to tie the game at least? Reaves with a floater at the foul line. Not that time. Edgecombe jumps up over Embiid for the rebound. He says, I gotcha, big fella. Maxey with a foul shot. He got it. There was some contact. They didn't call it. It's 96-94 with 7:21 to go. And we have a timeout called. Wow. Tyrese Maxey got blitzed. He got pushed in the elbow. They didn't call that. He still hit the 2. And we should have, had some free throws coming up, but there's going to be a timeout taken by the Lakers. Let's go, Tyrese Maxey. That was a high difficulty shot. How many points does Tyrese Maxey have, JJ? 25. How many assists does Tyrese Maxey have, JJ? 7. How many rebounds does Tyrese Maxey have? 6. And VJ Edgecombe, 15 points. I'm telling you, man, he's been doing a good job in the fourth quarter. My guy, though, Paul George, I really want to see him try to close this deal. If Tyrese Maxey can do it, then I can't complain, but I would really like to see that. Joel Embiid has been... It's funny because they say that he's a plus 10 out there. Clearly, he has not been a plus at all. It was 8 for 8 from the line, but this is a bad game for Joel. Not good at all. Lakers have 3 timeouts left. Sixers still have 4. Like, subscribe, and hit the bell icons, folks. Don't go anywhere. We still have a lot of basketball to go. I know it's Sunday Night Football. But you know what? I'll take Lakers, Sixers any day as a game. Especially when we get to watch LeBron James, Luka Doncic, and Austin Reaves. They're one of the best big threes in the NBA. They are special to watch. All right, Maxey and the Sixers are within 2. Luka's going to come on in for LeBron. And the Sixers need to get some defensive stops. 96-94. Maxey, 25, 7, and 6. Doncic rolling towards the right side. Finds Ayton down low, wide open. Then he throws it down with both hands on another alley-oop jam. That's the 6th alley-oop play that the Lakers have had in this game. Paul George steps back in for the 76ers too. George tried to give it up over to Grimes, who was cutting back door. And we have a whistle called. All right. I've been trying to not look at these play-by-plays because the game is a little bit ahead on the score. There's another personal foul called on the Lakers. That's going to be on Gabe Vincent for pushing Paul George away from the play. Hit that thumbs up button. Hit that subscribe button as well. 98-94, 6:50 left in this fourth frame. Grimes does get the inbound. And was looking to pass it to somebody. Was looking to Edgecombe. Then he was looking at Paul George. And now George gets double teamed. Swings it over on the far wing to Maxey. Maxey has to get going. Tries to go up with a 2 in the lane. Could not finish. Just was a little bit off. It was a little bit short. Doncic is on the drive to the basket. Gets it swatted away by Maxey. Again, he was blindsided. Edgecombe to Maxey for 3. No good. Offensive rebound by Edgecombe. Edgecombe to George. His 3. That's way too strong. Edgecombe was giving a lot of effort there, and Doncic, who hauled in the rebound, says, I got it, and he slows the game down. Maxey was coming to help. He swatted the ball away, and the Sixers couldn't capitalize. Maxey does a good job fighting for the rebound off of the missed 3 by Doncic. He went over Reaves and tipped it over to VJ Edgecombe again. Grimes driving down the elbow, throws it up to Drummond, and Drummond throws it down. A two-handed dunk. And the Sixers back down by 2. LeBron is still on the bench. Doncic double-teamed again and almost got it intercepted by Maxey. It was going to Edgecombe. They give it back over to Austin Reaves, who drives it inside, but we have a foul called. That's on the floor. Please hit a 3. Just try to tie the game, please. I mean, that's the first thing, right? Sixers and Lakers are playing very close. Reaves is going to go to the line to shoot a technical foul free throw, and he can't hit it. So that is another costly play for the Lakers. Lakers are keeping the Sixers still involved in this game. LeBron will enter in for Austin Reaves. Jake LaRavia steps back in for Gabe Vincent. So Austin not able to make the free throw. Lakers still have it. And a kickball violation called on Tyrese Maxey as the inbound from L.A. was delivered. So the shot clock goes back to 14 seconds. LeBron inbounds it over to Doncic. Doncic being guarded by Grimes. Can he play good defense on him? Doncic looking to post him up. Goes up with a 2. Got it. And he was looking at the Lakers bench. 196. Just tough to guard one-on-one. Edgecombe takes it with the right hand, looks to drive it inside, gets it denied by Hachimura, and here come the Lakers on a fast break. LeBron slows it down, finds LaRavia going to the basket, and the ball is last touched by LaRavia, and it'll be Sixers ball. Andre Drummond played really strong defense on him inside that lane, and it went off the hand of LaRavia, and we have another timeout taken by the 76ers, I think. We had a whistle called. I see some substitutions. Okay, so now there is a timeout. Okay. Another tight game here at the Xfinity Mobile Arena. Nurse did call for a timeout. 4:53 to go. Let's go. If my members are here, drop a 76ers emote down below. I could use some good, positive spirits. Let's go. I want them to win. Get that W. It would be a huge win if they beat the Lakers. This would be a big win. Let's go. Christopher, what's going on? He says, bro, why is every Sixers game a heart attack? Welcome to Philadelphia. Can I take your order? This is what they deliver for you. This is a part. This isn't just a Sixers thing. This is an Eagles thing. This is a sports thing, man. The Flyers do this to you. The Phillies do this to you. And if you think that the Sixers do this a lot, well, the Philadelphia Phillies, they do this 162 games a year. And not every game is a heart attack, but still, it's just crazy. It's a Philly thing, man. Oops, I mean Sixers. Once LeBron comes in from his rest, the Lakers will pass the Flyers in the last 2 minutes. Oops, I meant the Sixers. I was gonna say, since when did the Flyers play basketball? Alrighty, let's go. Down to the final 4 minutes and 53 seconds of this game. LeBron with 19, Hachimura with 17, Doncic with 29, and Ayton with 14. Austin Reaves has been a little bit cold in this game. Just a little bit cold. He does, however, have 11 points. So 30 more subs, so we get to 8,200. 30 more. All right. That's still a 2-possession ball game. No spoilers in the chats. They have got to dominate here. Maxey gets the inbound pass over at the Sixers half court, and that's where he picks it up. Maxey over to George, and George got hit by Hachimura off the pass. And another foul allowed by the Lakers. Can't. And that's actually going to put Paul George at the line, by the way, because the Sixers are in the bonus and the Lakers are over the foul limit. Foul shot number 1 by George. That's good. It's 197. There's LeBron talking to one of the referees just in front of the scorer's table. That could really help the Sixers here. George at the line for one more. Here it comes. And that one is good, too. To Paul George, 14 points. All right, defense. 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 Doncic being defended at the points by Quentin Grimes. Here comes a screen by Hachimura. Doncic goes towards the right side. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Doncic to LeBron for 3. Cash. Oh, darn it. And they're actually going to call it a 2 because his right foot was on the line. It's 102-98. Couldn't watch where his foot was. 4:15 to go in the fourth quarter. Maxey on an island all by himself gives it over to Paul George. George looking to drive it inside. Gives it over to Drummond, who's left downhill wide open. And Drummond throws it down. A two-handed jam by Andre Drummond off the assist by Paul George. And it's still a 2-point lead for the Lakers with all of that here in this fourth quarter. Sixers just have got to play defense. Doncic to LeBron for another 3. And LeBron hits it from the near wing. And I shouldn't have said another 3 because he hit a 2 his last time. He thought he was going to make a 3, but his foot was just on the line. It's 105-100. That was big. LeBron being clutch. Maxey drives it over towards the elbow, floats it up, can't float it on in. Rebounded by the Lakers, and they'll call a timeout. Lakers have 2 timeouts left with 3:23 to go. Sixers have only committed 1 foul, I've noticed, in this quarter. So LeBron will take a seat for just a couple of seconds. 2 big buckets for LeBron James. And the Lakers are up by 5. Darn it. He now has 24 points, 6 assists, and 6 rebounds. I'm not trying to make excuses, but the Sixers, for being in this game, I'm shocked. The Lakers are better than the 76ers right now. So I'm a little bit shocked that they're in this. I would love to see either Paul George or Tyrese Maxey take over. I said Paul George was going to do it in the first half. By the way, my final score prediction, I believe, was 118-115. I said that I feel confident with the Sixers winning this game. They still can. All right, here we go. 105-100. Doncic gets the inbound pass over to Hachimura again. And he gives it over to Austin Reaves. Reaves looking to take it over Embiid. Puts up a 2. Not that time. George gets the rebound for the Sixers. Outlet pass over to Tyrese Maxey. 3 minutes to go. Maxey on the drive. Pass LeBron James. Gives it up to Grimes for a 3. Nails it from the far corner. Quentin Grimes with some space. Nobody could close out on him. And it's back to a 2-point game. Doncic at the logo, rolling past Hachimura, and it's almost nearly stolen by Maxey, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Tyrese. So Tyrese was looking to try to guard the passing lane to Rui Hachimura. He knew that Doncic was going to pass it back to him, and Maxey nearly got a pick there. 2:35 to go in the fourth quarter. Here's a screen set by LeBron as Paul George is guarding Austin Reaves. Step back floater inside. No good. Embiid rebound. Sixers could tie it with a 2 or take the lead with a 3. Maxey for the lead. No. Oh, darn it. It was so close. He launched it from the far wing and just could not knock it down. Doncic on the other side. That was their chance. His three-pointer. That's short. Sixers get another chance off the Paul George rebound. 2 minutes to go as we go down to the wire. Maxey looking to pass it outside, and it's stolen away. I just could not finish strong there. What was he doing with the rock? He dribbled into traffic, and he passed it, and it was intercepted, and it was actually really pinballed off of Hachimura. Doncic throws it away on the other side, and the Sixers get the ball back. Oh, my goodness. Sloppy basketball on both sides of the court between the Sixers and the Lakers. Wow. Here's Maxey over at the logo, crossing over, gets behind a Joel Embiid screen. Embiid at the foul line for the tie. Got it! He's been held in check throughout this game, and he hits a big time too. 105 to 105. And with 1:20 to go in the fourth quarter, we're locked up at 105 apiece. Doncic to LeBron for 3. Oh, my goodness, he knocks it down. That is another clutch shot by the King. 108 to 105. Sixers have got to make a bucket here. Maxey at the logo. Takes it over towards the Toyota sign. Crosses over against Ayton. Gives it back to Embiid. Embiid to George on the near corner at the three-point line. 1 minute to go. Embiid operating at the nail. Wants to go up against Austin Reaves. Takes it down. Puts up a spin around, turnaround. Jay. No, and Edgecombe can't tip it up and in. Another bad shot by Joel Embiid. 45 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. You want Maxey to take the ball, not Joel there. And they just could not give it to Maxey. LeBron at the top of the key against Quentin Grimes. Goes up with an elbow J, and he is on fire. It's 110 to 105 as he flexes his arms and the crowd starts to boo with 27 seconds to go. He is feeling himself, and he is taking over in this fourth quarter. Yikes. Timeout by Nick Nurse. LeBron James, at the age of 40 years old, still lighting it up against the 76ers. Oof. Dude, both teams were making so many careless mistakes. I don't know what that shot was from Joel. He was like spinning around for no reason. And Maxey just didn't want to take the shots. Neither did Paul George. Come on. We'll talk all about this game once it's all said and done. But that's not good. 27 seconds to go in this one at the Xfinity Mobile Arena. There's some positives, though, that I do take out of this game. And I would like to talk more about that. And the negatives, too. Paul George will be the inbounder here. George looking to give it up over to Tyrese Maxey over at the top of the key. Maxey looking to pass it to Embiid, and his three-point shot is way off. And rebound goes to Austin Reaves, and he throws it away to Tyrese Maxey again. Maxey to Grimes, his three-point shot, and that one won't go. Grimes saves it. 10 seconds to go. Maxey, out of desperation, his three. That's good. Oh, my gosh. A heroic shot by Maxey. Sixers down by 2. Less than 7 seconds to go. They got a foul. They inbound it over to Doncic, and he's fouled with 5.6 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. Oh, my gosh. The Lakers could not rebound for their lives. And I don't know why they settled again with a bad Joel Embiid shot. It's like he's taking these awful shots, and the Sixers just aren't coming up with set plays for Maxey or George. 110 to 108, 5.6 seconds to go in this fourth quarter. Tyrese Maxey, 28 points, 5 for 8 from the field. And we have a timeout called by the LA Lakers. Gosh darn it. The Grimes three, I understood. I mean, I give the Sixers credit for giving effort off the glass, but darn it. Luka and LeBron each have 29 points. Maxey has 28. Embiid is 16. Edgecombe is 15. Joel has been really frustrated in this game. Still not done yet. Sixers do have one timeout to go. They could definitely steal it off of an inbound pass here. Sixers have the foul limit. All right. LeBron looking to inbound it, and he throws it, and it's caught by Doncic, and he's fouled with 4.2 seconds left. Now, this game is not done. Luka has not had the best night from the line. 4.2 seconds left. He has to make both. He has to make both. Sixers could still be in this game. Doncic is 9 for 12 from the line. These are big foul shots here. First free throw coming up for Luka. And here it is. It's up, and it's good. Now, this one probably seals the deal here. 111 to 108. Andre Drummond's not out there, by the way. Don't know why. Sixers have a timeout. Doncic with the second foul shot. That's good. And that is probably going to be the dagger. 4.2 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And the Sixers burn their final timeouts. 2 clutch free throws for Luka Doncic. You did it. Raymond, what's going on here, man? How are you? Bernardo is here. Bernardo, what's going on, man? How's everybody in my chat? Embiid was awful today, says Neil. Unfortunately, the Sixers' LeBron is still very good at basketball. This guy's 40 years old. This guy's 40, and yet he's still playing at a high level. Not an MVP. Tonight he's looked like an MVP. But 112 to 108 with 4 2/10 of a second to go. All right. Got to hit a 3 here if you want to at least stay in it. Then you got to foul immediately. George looking to inbound it. No timeouts left. And it's intercepted by LeBron. 2 seconds to go. And that is going to do it. LeBron James gets the steal off the inbound pass. It was a bad inbound. And the Lakers win 112 to 108. And the Sixers' 3-game winning streak comes to an end. So that is how the door is sealed. And the Lakers come up victorious against Philadelphia. And we'll have a lot to break down. We have a lot to talk about. The player of the game is Luka Doncic. You could really make the argument that LeBron James was also a big-time contributor, and he could be player of the game too. 31 points for Luka, 15 rebounds, 11 assists. That's his 84th career triple-double. And Luka and the Lakers defeat the Philadelphia 76ers. All right. We will have a post-game show. We're going to break everything down. Sad ending for the Philadelphia 76ers. And there's a lot to talk about. There's good, and then there's bad. And we'll get all the bad stuff talked about, and we'll get some of the good stuff talked about too. All right? I love you all, and I will be back. Give me 3 minutes, okay? Give me 3 minutes. Calling into the postgame show, too. 610-314-0844 is how you dial on in. I know that it's Sunday night, and people are probably going to want to watch the football game. I understand. But if you do want to voice your frustrations, we are going to be here, and I hear you. So be right back. Don't go anywhere, and we'll talk more about this loss. It was a tough one. Sixers lose by a score of 112 to 108.
Graduated from Rowan University in the spring of 2022 with a sports communication and media degree. I got to actually call minor league baseball and G League basketball games while I was in school. And then I graduated, and as soon as I graduated, I went to NFL Films in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. And as much as I loved that experience, I missed putting on the headsets. I decided, you know what, talk is cheap. I have a laptop that's in my house, and so 21 months later, here we are, still on YouTube, calling games and building an incredible, loving community on here with the people that I call my Philly freaks with a capital P and a capital H. We go live for every single Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles game, and we do it like old school radio play-by-play style. I'm Jason Joseph, and this is Play-by-Play with JJ.
I showed a swung on, barreled, and out to right field. Bye-bye baseball.
That baby is long gone.
What a tough loss for the Philadelphia 76ers after they were up at halftime against the LA Lakers by a score of 60-53, and they end up losing this one 112-108. Hello, everybody. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. Welcome on into the postgame show as the Philadelphia 76ers lose to the Lakers 112-108 in just an ugly fashion, really, in the fourth quarter. It was not statistically a collapse, but I really thought that the 76ers took their foot off the gas pedal, and it really starts, I'm not going to give them all the blame, but it starts with Nick Nurse. Look, Jared McCain, I thought was not utilized well tonight. I thought that the lineups weren't so good. And I really was just thinking to myself, like, why is Andre Drummond not playing as much in that fourth quarter some of the time? I thought that Joel Embiid played way too long in the fourth quarter, and I just didn't think that Nick Nurse did a good job utilizing that bench. There were a couple of really bad play calls, too, down the stretch. I give a lot of blame to Nick Nurse for that inbound pass that Paul George ended up making. Now, Paul George can't make that pass there because LeBron's easily going to read it, but it was just a bad play call. You're the head coach. You're down by 4, and your inbound pass was a bad play. You should have been able to find the shooter, tried to find Tyrese Maxey, and give it up to Maxey and put him in a position to succeed, and as the head coach, he failed to do that. Which I thought was really bad. We will talk about the game in its entirety. But what I can't understand, and this is what bugs me, Joel Embiid in this game was atrocious. He was awful. Joel was bad. This guy puts up 6 threes in this game. And you know, that to me is on Joel Embiid himself. This guy was 4 for 21 from the field. You're telling me, I understand that he has to play. And I get that he has to play in crunch time. But here's what I have an issue with. And this is on Joel. What is going on? What is going through your head when you take that spin around, turn around jumper where nobody is guarding you and you put up that shot at the foul line? It's clearly not your night. Tyrese Maxey is starting to cook, and Tyrese defers. And they want to give it to Joel when Tyrese has the hot hand? And Joel has been cold all night long? What the heck is going on? I gave praise to Nurse the other night because Paul George had the hot hand in the fourth quarter and was making plays. But when Tyrese is cooking on offense and he's making these ridiculous shots, he's starting to heat up. Why are you deferring to Joel? And why is Joel, more importantly to me, why is Joel not giving the ball to Tyrese? You have to be unselfish there, dude. It's not your team anymore, and you weren't, it was not your shooting night. You don't take those ridiculous shots. He's settled for way too many threes. And when he's hitting them, fine. I want him to shoot. But when you're not hitting your shots, big fella, you got to defer. And that's what it comes down to. Now, the interesting part is that we don't know what would have happened. But one would assume in this particular game that if Joel Embiid does not play for 4 minutes and they put in Andre Drummond, or they use Adem Bona. Adem Bona did not even see the floor tonight, by the way. Dominic Barlow in the fourth quarter, where was he? This is where I give Nick Nurse blame. Because your job, when you navigate these lineups, you have so much talent out there, you're not utilizing all the talent that you have. And I'm not a head coach. I don't claim myself to be a head coach. But when you lose a game like this and you have talent off your bench in Dominic Barlow and in Jared McCain and Andre Drummond, why are you not using them? Andre did a good job rebounding the ball for you. And even when there was 30 seconds left in this game and Luka's out there shooting the free throws, I'm sorry. If you're trying to win the game, you have to put in Andre Drummond. You can sub in Joel back on the offensive side because you have a timeout left. I need my best rebounder out there, my best rebounders in Dominic Barlow and Andre Drummond to crash the board just in case Luka misses. And I give Luka credit for hitting those 2 free throws. Yes. But you need your size. You lost this game because you didn't have size at the end. And your play calling was putrid. The Lakers had some bad plays, but LeBron made his threes. And Luka made his free throws. And that was the end. Sixers were going back and forth, but they didn't play good defense. And they didn't have their top guys out there in Barlow and in Andre Drummond. Again, I understand that Joel Embiid has to play in the final minutes, but I just can't understand why Andre Drummond is not even out there when Luke is at the foul line. Because you have a timeout left. So, yes, is Joel going to have to play in crunch time minutes? Absolutely. And I want him to play in crunch time minutes even when the Sixers are where they are. I want him to because they got to get reps. If they're trying to win the game, that's one thing, but I need them to get reps in crunch time. And by they, I mean Paul George, Tyrese Maxey, and Joel Embiid. And if we have to sacrifice losses for that, it is what it is. It is what it is, if that's how you have to sacrifice losses. But you got to be smart. And that's where I can't get behind Nick Nurse. The play calling at the end was very stale. And they just didn't know what they were doing. And the free throws, I can't understand why isn't Andre Drummond and Dominic Barlow out there. You need your big guys. Your big rebounders. Paul George and Joel Embiid. Who Joel doesn't even jump anymore right now. He can't be out there at that point. Nope, sorry. That was bad. That was bad. I'm shocked that the Sixers stayed in this game. I did pick them to win. I get it. But with the way that things were going in the third quarter, the Philadelphia 76ers should have been down by 20. And yet they were only down by what, 4? 5? They were down by 5 going into the fourth quarter, which I thought actually could have given them a nice little boost going on into the fourth quarter. So, when we go to the fourth quarter, we're going to start off there first. The Philadelphia 76ers have Joel Embiid in there for the entire fourth quarter, I believe. That's bad. You got to give Embiid somewhat rest. Why is he out there at the beginning of the fourth quarter? McCain comes on in for Andre Drummond. Tyrese Maxey takes a seat. I get that you want a ball handler out there and you need either McCain or Maxey at all times, yes. But you don't have any athleticism. You don't have any jumping ability. And that is on the head coach. Embiid settles for this 40 seconds into the fourth quarter. And I'm just disgusted. I'm so disgusted, especially with him, because I really thought that Joel Embiid was okay with Tyrese Maxey taking over as the franchise guy. And maybe he still is. And look, I know that this is one game. But it really felt like to me that he didn't want to give the ball to Maxey down the stretch, and he was being selfish. That's just what my eyes told me. And again, maybe when we hear him in the postgame show, he'll say something else. But one that's viewing the game would think to themselves, when Tyrese Maxey has the ball rolling his way, that he would get more looks, he would get more touches. I thought that Joel, again, if he's making shots, that's different. But he couldn't get you anything. He got one bucket at the foul line with about 1:40 left to go to tie the game at 1:15. Or not 1:15, it was 1:08 apiece. 1:05. He tied it up at 1:05 with less than 90 seconds to go. Look, I understand that guarding Luka and LeBron is going to be tough. But against the Lakers team in the playoffs, if you expect to play a team like the Lakers, who rely on size, because they're quick, because they are agile, and they give you that versatility, you're going to have to put bodies on them. I get that you have to play Joel down the stretch. But with that being said, you got to be smart. Joel is coming off of a knee surgery, and he's nowhere near 70%. And you expect him to play a full fourth quarter? No, not against the Lakers. That I can't get behind. Playing him down the stretch, I get that. But you can't have him play a full fourth quarter. That's going to hurt your team. And for Andre Drummond to not even see the floor. Come on. Same thing with Dominic Barlow. Did Barlow come on in? Let's see. Did Barlow even come on in? Dominic Barlow, where is he? Barlow, I don't think even came on in. No. What about Maxey? Let's see. Yeah, I see Maxey's name here. Yeah. Not even one time for Dominic Barlow. That's bad. The Philadelphia 76ers, any good things? Yes. We will talk about the good too. I thought that the first half that they looked really strong. I thought in the first quarter they looked like that they were clicking on all cylinders. I thought Tyrese was doing a good job handling the ball. Thought he was scoring at will. As you saw, Joel Embiid take a couple of good shots. Those were like his only two good shots of the game. And Paul George was making buckets too. So it felt like that the big three was there towards the first part of that first quarter. And then they just couldn't. Part of the reason why that they didn't end the quarter strong, I thought, was because they looked a little bit small with their size. And they didn't have the athleticism out there. But yeah, when you're going up against the Lakers, you need to have versatility and you need guys to rotate on defense. Because they're a high-powered offensive team. They are. And defensively, they let up in the second half. And why did they do that? Because they didn't have the correct size that they should have had. That's how I feel. And that's why I felt like that the Sixers were not good. I did not see Paul George guarding Luka a ton in that second half. And again, I have to go back to the film and I have to watch, but just clearly off the top of my head, I didn't necessarily see that as much, and I would have liked to see it a little bit more. I'm sure that we're going to get a lot of answers from Nick Nurse during the postgame show, and we'll have some quotes that we'll be able to talk about. But yeah, the Lakers shot the same amount of threes that the 76ers did. They shot better in the second half, and the Lakers out-rebounded the Sixers in the second half because they didn't have enough size. If Dominic Barlow and Andre Drummond play a little bit during that second half, I think that the 76ers find a way to get that one done. Justin Edwards has not even sniffed the floor again. I don't understand why that is. Why is Justin Edwards not playing? It's like, for some reason, over these last two games, he's just a no-show. Like, he's just a DNP. Is he hurt? He's clearly not hurt because he played 1 minute in the last game, and he played in garbage time. So another guy that gives you athleticism on the wing that can play somewhat productive defense, and he's not getting any playing time. So, like, all of those little things really do upset me. But what really, again, just upsets me the most, like the more and more I think about it, is that Joel Embiid took those shots, and again, it just looked like that he was being selfish out there. That's what it felt like to me. He wasn't being a team player, wasn't being the guy who deferred, because it just wasn't his night. And the whole conversation about Tyrese Maxey being the number one option, like Joel did say, that it's his team. It's only one game, but why is he taking those shots? You can't do that. Tyrese Maxey is a positive out there tonight. There were a couple of finishes I wish he would have had. There were a couple of buckets that I wish he had. But I thought that Tyrese was getting played very well, and I thought that he lived up to the test. This was, to me, a personal test for Tyrese Maxey to see if he can hang in there with Luka and some of the top players in the league. And he did. He did. Luka did show why he was the MVP, because he was facilitating at a high level. But Tyrese Maxey played a very good game, and I take a big positive out of that, because that, to me, was a test. I wanted to see Tyrese go up against Luka, and I wanted to see how that matchup would look. That was fun, in my opinion, from a basketball perspective. Maybe not from a Sixers perspective, but that was a positive out of my head. There were times where I'm watching him finish over LeBron. And he was able to speed past him. He had one really awesome steal off of LeBron, too, where he caught LeBron sleeping at the wheel, blindsided him. And same thing with Luka. So his defense, that's not a fluke anymore either. 9 assists, 7 rebounds against the Lakers tonight. He played his tail off. And I'm very proud of him. I'm very happy for him, I should say. But Sixers didn't get the win. Just too much for LeBron and Luka. And the Sixers didn't really show any fight from their head coach. Yeah, I don't know. Anything else that I wanted to talk about in regards to this game before I open it up to you guys? I would say that individually speaking, Jared McCain didn't play enough. 13 minutes for him. 17 minutes for Jabari Walker. I think Jabari, to me, is a guy that should be utilized in spurts. I think Jabari can do some nice things, but there's times where I want Justin Edwards out there. Now, when Jabari Walker's nailing his threes in the second quarter, keep him in. keep feeding the hot hand. And that second quarter was in the last game. But no Justin Edwards, no Adembona, and relying way too much on Jabari Walker, I thought killed you. Another positive, though, that I take out of this game, because I said I had a few. Tyrese Maxey's defense, 2 steals, 2 blocks, couple of deflections. I thought VJ played well in that fourth quarter again. I thought VJ gave you a lot of fights. This guy is a workaholic. He's a workforce. And he was fighting for rebounds, gave the Sixers some extra possessions, had 2 big offensive rebounds in that fourth quarter, 3 assists. He only turned the ball over once, and he made some shots. He was 2 for 3 from downtown, 5 for 13 from the field. I actually thought that he played well, and he gave it his all. There were a couple of possessions where I'm watching him just get down low on the block, understanding where the rebound's going to come. Somebody said this, and I think it was Romp. Shout out to him. He covers the Sixers on YouTube too. Does more like a film analysis breakdown. But he said that VJ might turn into a guy like Josh Hart. And that comparison to me is interesting because the more I watch him, the more I see, well, he's really strong at figuring out where the ball is going to bounce. And he has just a good recognition of just a feel for that. Josh Hart is a very good rebounder, and he sort of uses that same strategy. Like, he practices rebounding so much, and it's like an art to him. That guy is, 6 feet 3 inches tall? Maybe a little bit taller, 6'4". But as a guard, it's really impressive watching him rebound the ball. And that, to me, is a positive. I did not get to Paul George. George looked really good in the first half and then disappeared in the second half. I did think that he was going to take over in the fourth quarter, and I was wrong about that. I really wanted him to. I really wanted him to step up. Even if Paul George takes the shots over Joel Embiid, I'm not happy about that, but at least I can understand that Paul George sort of has more of an excuse to take more shots down in crunch time than Joel does. You know? So, I did say that there were some positives, but the more I dissect this, the more disappointed I am that the 76ers didn't win this game. But look, second game back with the big 3. They just got to be better. And I really want Joel Embiid to stop shooting all those threes. It's hurting the team. So 610-314-0844 is how you dial on into the postgame show. Those are all my thoughts on this game, and now I think it's time to open it up to you guys. I think it's time to open it up to the Philadelphia faithful, which is all of you. You guys are the best, and I love each and every one of you. So call on in, text on into, or just come here and chill. You can write messages in the chat too. But that's my 25-minute monologue on this game. I'll also pull up Twitter, and we'll see what the Sixers beat reporters are saying. But yeah, I'm disappointed that they lost this game, and I hope that they can do well in their next game, which, when is their next game? That is a good question, JJ. Their next game, I believe, is on Friday. It is. So they play the Pacers on Friday. The good news, actually, is that the Sixers get a little bit of rest. So there's no excuse why Joel Embiid and Paul George aren't playing on Friday. If I see that they're not playing, I'm going to be really mad. I'm going to be very disappointed. They should play on Friday. Period. So, Embiid was awful today, says Neil. He was. He was very bad. Embiid was very bad. He was terrible. Embiid was not good at all. So for way too many threes, took some ridiculous shots, and that was bad. What's up, Scott? How you doing, man? He says, I wish that this game was a little bit better than it was. I don't think it was a bad game. I think as a fan, it was like we're playing catch-up all the way, and it just felt like in the second half, the 76ers were just behind. It felt like that they were behind a lot of the time, and they got really close in striking distance and then just couldn't take the bull by the horn. So it was annoying, but I think from an NBA fan perspective, this was what you want. A close game, a game that had a lot of drama to it, and a game where one team was going to pull away by the skin of their teeth and somebody was going to step up and close the deal. But from a Sixers perspective, this one was annoying. This one was, I like to call it a biter. Not a nail biter, but a biter. It bit you in the butt. It's not a stinger. It's a biter. What else we got? Taco's here. Michael's also here. Shout out to you guys. I appreciate you all for being on here. Let's read some text messages. The box score is out. I mean, we pretty much read the box score, but Keith Pompey posted the whole entire box score. I don't even want to read it. What else do we have? There has to be other Sixers stuff. Good to see Zach Wheeler at the game. That was nice. It was really cool. 610-314-0844 is how you dial on into the post-game show. Again, you're more than welcome to call on in if you guys want to. What else? Sixers news over on Twitter. Spent a few minutes in the visitors' locker room. A pair of quotes that might interest Sixers fans. This is coming from LeBron. Well, I mean, one thing we know about Philly fans is they don't care about anybody except their home teams. And I respect that. I love that. And I played here for 23 years, a lot more when I was in the Eastern Conference. I have appreciation for the city of brotherly love. That was from LeBron. But he also said this, according to Sixers Adam, when it comes to watching Tyrese Maxey grow. He says it's the best. Quote, it's the best. I love the success and the humbleness that Tyrese does it at. It starts with his family. He's just taken full advantage of the opportunity here, and he's making the most out of it. Every summer, we get together and train. Get ready for the season. He trains with LeBron, dude. Obviously, it wasn't as extended this summer than previous summers because of the injury I was dealing with, but we did get an opportunity to get on the court a few times. Obviously, I love his game, but I love him, the person, more than anything, and that's tough to do. Hearing that from LeBron gives you I don't know, it gives me some goosebumps because whether or not you think LeBron's the best player of all time, that has nothing to do with this, in my opinion. But when you hear it from a great player like LeBron, and Tyrese, yes, is a part of Clutch Sports, which is LeBron's agency, him and Rich Paul, but that still does speak volumes to maturity, to somebody who's been in the league and has had a lot of success for a very long time. So I take that with a lot of positivity. And, I mean, it's something that shouldn't really surprise us. Like, we all knew this, but just to hear it out of his mouth, that does speak volumes. It just affirms everything that we've been talking about with Tyrese Maxey. So that's nice. What else? What else do we got? Jacob Marino. Jared McCain logged in 0 minutes in a third quarter where the Sixers offense was stagnated is puzzling, especially with how great he looked actions early on. And that is a Nick Nurse problem. That's on Nick Nurse. Why is he not coming on in? When the Sixers offense is going stale in that third quarter, where is Jared McCain? And again, we're not the head coaches here. But what happens when you come to Philly is this. When things don't go your way, these are the types of questions that people have to ask. Because the Sixers, Philadelphia is not a city where you just want to watch, where you just go to a game and you just watch the players and you don't expect anybody to say anything. No. The fans demand answers. The fans are not dumb, and they're owed an explanation. And they have every right to criticize you and ask you these things because they pay their hard-earned money or their time to invest in these things. And they want badly a championship. It's love. It's tough love. But yeah, that's my little spiel about that. Another awful second half, and the Sixers lose, says Aiden Laporta. Fire Nick Nurse, he says. There was also one play, and I have to criticize Tyrese for this. There was one play where Tyrese was driving down the lane. He had a wide open lane, and for some reason just deferred it over to Paul George on the near corner. I didn't understand that either. I thought that he should have just taken the shot there and could have went up with a layup and tried to make it be assertive. I just thought that passing it out of the shot sort of reminded me a little bit of Ben Simmons. You know? What else do we got? Anything else in the chat? I think that's it. We've been on for 3 hours and 16 minutes. Terrell Owens was in the building tonight. Zach Wheeler was in the building too. RB, my guy. Shout out to him. Sixers lose a tough one to the Lakers. Bad substitutions late and horrible decisions from Nick Nurse was his first takeaway. The second one is Joel Embiid couldn't hit anything tonight, but his physical health continues to concern him. And I agree with that. Awful offensive play calls in the last few minutes, and we talked about that. And LeBron is still good at the age of 40. Here's Kyle Neubeck. 4 for 21 from Embiid, end quote. No McCain for a whole quarter in which the Lakers sat in zone and the Sixers couldn't shoot. Maxey and Edgecombe were mostly good, but that was a frustrating loss for the Sixers, who are now 13-10 on the season. All right, that's going to wrap it up for me. If anybody else in the chat wants to chime on in, you can most certainly do that at any time. Calling into the show anytime. 610-314-0844 is how you calling in. I'm going to wrap it up. Lila Tove, good night. Next Sixers game is going to be Friday. So it's going to be a little bit of time since we will see you. But I love you guys. Lila Tove, and good night.